Facts and Cap Podcast, episode 18, baby. We back.
Episode motherfucking 18.
Here.
And we got two special guests, two lame ass guests. We got
special guests.
one loud,
Beautiful, intelligent, gorgeous, outstanding.
Fine, y'all introduce yourselves.
Hello guys, I'm Courtney.
I'm Jasmine.
Welcome.
Those that don't know Jasmine is my old lady.
Hey.
She's half of the reason that this podcast even happened. So we gotta say
The reason.
we appreciate
The
it.
reason that we're here.
Well, she can't speak for her, so yeah,
Oh,
she half
true.
of it.
You're right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Shit. So yeah, how we starting off this week? Y'all want to start with your more important topics?
Let's just jump right
We'll get the
into it.
importance out the way.
Well, if y'all don't, this nigga, y'all don't know if y'all ain't heard about SARS. It's trending on social media right now. It's and SARS. It's going on in Nigeria. So pretty much police brutality against black people over there. It's happening everywhere, but it's really, I guess, being broadcasted now. I don't know if they're influenced by the protests going on in America, worldwide protests, but the Nigerians now, especially young people, protesting those same SARS, which is called the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So, and they was created to try to, protect against civilians, but they end up being like a gang and end up now targeting people just for having an iPhone, just for having dreads. And they
So,
just
like,
beat,
the-
rob.
Are the cops being held accountable?
No.
They're the ones who.
So they
So
do
they
it.
branched off from being cops, or are they,
just
still
took over. They're still
Yeah.
they're still cops. So it's a big deal going on right now. And I think today they were just showing videos of them just killing people protesting, just live on TV, torturing, beating. So it's real big going on. Not just in Nigeria, also a lot of fucked up shit going on all over Africa. It's just for people of color all over the world. So just make sure y'all spread awareness, pray, donate, do whatever you can do, at least to keep the conversations going. And I guess be sensitive to what's going on across the world.
Because I actually seen them doing protests here this weekend for everything that's going on over there.
Yeah, so like
That's big, man.
I'd like to say for us and make sure y'all go vote. Exercise your right and your choices. Try to make laws to better our society.
You ain't voted? I can't see it. Yeah, man, I voted. And like I said, they talking about it took 8 hours, man. I was in and out in 20 minutes.
Some people been standing in line for hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
My
this
mom
point,
and them did
you
ask
should
me
might
about
as well just go ahead and go. It
I went
ain't-
with the person.
That's why I went to the fairgrounds, I was 20 minutes in and out.
Yeah.
There's for those who live in Gwinnett, there's a website that tells you approximately how long the wait time is.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Whenever was you.
we'll, for the audio,
They ain't letting them niggas know.
we'll just Google it, man. I don't feel like looking it up. Just Google
We'll
it.
figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Alright, well, now in U.S. politics, Diddy has started his own political party called Our Black Party. Let me see if I can get a little bit of backstory on it. He said, I'm launching one of the boldest movements that I've ever launched. It's called Our Black Party. It's time for us to have our own black political party unapologetically, because right now, if you look at the debates, we're not even part of the conversation. We don't have any political power. We don't have any political leverage. So we started Our Black Party for some young, fearless black activists, elected officials, and I've stepped up and put money behind it. So when he did that, it wasn't a lot of, he got a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism. It just seemed like folks wasn't going for it. Is the criticism fair?
It's a catch-22, man. Like with people with oppression, it's like they don't trust people. So as long as somebody offers a solution, it comes with criticism. Like, all right, really? This really is gonna work? And then you have a history of someone like Diddy of being told like you rob black people. Just artists you've been robbing. And then I get the girl from Danny Kane.
RBO Day.
Yes.
She came out and said, bro, you been robbing people, robbing us, Literally, TNC Rob,
First of all,
you've been
I-
friends with Donald Trump. Like I seen you be friends with Donald Trump. So now you're criticizing. You're part of the elitist.
As
far as the
white
rich-
girl telling me about my damn political shit.
I
You
know,
should
I
have
rolled
sat
my
that
eyes
one
when I
out.
seen-
And you should have
I
sat
seen
that one
that
out.
comment.
You don't think she got a
Valid comment, no. Valid
just
opinion, no.
I don't
just
think
a
it's-
point of view that's unique?
No.
I don't think that is valid. One of the problems that I have with people criticizing Diddy about the music industry, and I know nothing about it, let me just say that, but it just seems to me like in the 90s, getting fucked over was a standard, thing, like a standard contractual thing, like they make the money. And I can understand that because when you look at contracts, see these artists, they go back and they look at their contract after they gain some knowledge or whatever, and maybe they're not as comfortable, but at the same time, you gotta look at it. Back in the 90s, people was actually developing artists. You didn't have the leverage. Like, imagine, like, there's a reason why somebody like 21 Savage could go to a label and own his own masters from the get-go. That's because he had leverage. He was already hot in the streets, social media, all that. These artists come from nothing, like really just freestyling on the corner, and he turns you into Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? He turns you into this. So yeah, they put in the money. They're gonna own your stuff. So that's just one opinion. Then as far as the whole Trump thing, I mean, Trump was an entertainer. Nobody knew 20, 25 years later
That
he was
everybody
gonna
was
be,
cool with Trump before he was
yeah, president.
And now everybody want to
You
criticize
can't,
people who was
So-
cool
you
with
can't
him.
watch a black sitcom without seeing
Yes.
Trump.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a leader, we didn't know that you're
There
gonna be
was
a
some
leader.
people. I agree with 100%. Like fucking Mac Miller had that Donald Trump song.
Yeah.
But with that fucking Central Park 5,
Yeah.
niggas that wasn't fucking with Trump when he was putting out that
Yeah.
ad to have them get the death penalty. But that was before he was even Trump. So
I'm sure we all been friends with people, and then they show their true colors, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. What y'all think?
I mean,
Pretty much along the same lines.
Yes.
I feel like they always trying, especially they be criticizing these artists, talking about something y'all should have been spoke up. It's like y'all want people to speak up or not. Like what doesn't matter if it took them 5 years to speak up
It's no
or start
pleasing.
something.
Yeah.
Please.
Shoot, they always get criticized. Ice Cube, the Men Attack, everybody
Well,
Kanye
Kanye kind of put that on
sometimes.
himself.
but
Even if he did though,
But
he-
it's like-
it's crazy.
He should. I mean, he has the right to say what he wants to say.
it's like I don't see anybody who's gonna come out
yeah.
uncriticized. Like
yeah.
it's like crab in the barrel kind of mentality.
But I mean, the way Diddy is saying it, that I took the whole statement is that he's just behind it. It's not that he's like
He put money into
yeah, he's putting money into, he's funding it. He's not like saying, "Oh, I'm trying to run for president" or some shit. So when you look at it like that, it's like, hey, if he just backing something that's probably was already in motion, ain't no issue with it.
But you said that come with criticism. Now some people don't come with criticism, or they always survive criticism. Like 50 Cent. 50 Cent.
They've been criticizing him, but I don't think 50 be caring.
He don't care though.
At all.
He put up a post, showing like a news report of alleged Joe Biden, if he wins the presidential election, the
Tax
percent of taxes he's gonna take from
certain states.
certain states, and
New York,
and
LA.
it's like richer people like
Of course.
make 400,000 or
Yeah.
more. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where it was lost in translation as well. So he basically said, "Yo, like nigga, I don't like if a nigga taking this much, I'm voting for Trump." That's basically what he said.
Which is what a rich person would do.
It
I mean,
is.
that's what rich niggas do.
But that's the only reason you want to vote for Trump.
Rich people don't have to take their money by any means.
when you vote, shouldn't it be about your pockets? That's part of
That
your
is what I'm
lifestyle.
about to say. That is how people
However,
be looking at.
there's other things to look at too.
He said he don't give a fuck Trump to white black people. I'm not voting
That's
for somebody
where-
taxing 62%. I'm out.
Shit.
He basically said his money is more important
from New York to
than
California.
he said
What
his.
else?
But yeah, I think that he fucked up by saying that because it's basically like him saying his money is more important than the betterment of black people. He could have just been like, "Yo, I'm voting for Trump. I don't fuck with this tax shit."
Shoot, so he probably do feel like his money is more important than the betterment of black people.
He could.
He probably feel
I'll
like
look
it's
at it too,
He could. I don't think there's nothing wrong with voting if you want to vote for Trump because of your taxes. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that part is unnecessary.
I'm saying, but other than that,
Yo, if you a
think about
millionaire,
it though.
For real.
62% of your bread,
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking
He
money.
got enough.
So I did some research on this, and
Okay.
not to get too
Come on,
economic,
research that.
but it's basically saying like the reason why Trump is giving tax breaks to the rich people because it allows them to stay in that economy and invest back in that economy. So if you have them high ass taxes, what's 50 Cent? Rich people gonna do? They're gonna move. They're gonna go to somewhere else.
Yeah.
And now the government for that state is not gonna be like, well, we're not taxing no more. The poor people not get taxed more. So it's kind of like, if you don't want to be taxed, to give the rich people tax cuts. And it's a trickle down effect, which is not proven to be true or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just that's the argument.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's likely to believe if you try to tax rich people, they're gonna find ways to put their money into
Of
other
course,
places
and that's the thing,
where
and
they're
that's
not gonna get taxed.
I tweeted about that like a couple weeks ago. Like I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, where basically they said they're gonna always rich people are gonna remain rich. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna find loopholes. That's why Trump is paying $750 in taxes. And you gotta ask yourself, I'm not really mad at that shit. If what he did was legal,
That's
if it
what
was
I've been hearing
illegal,
too. I've been hearing a lot
if he found legal loopholes in the system to only pay $750 in taxes, that's fine with me because I don't think we should be paying as much taxes as we do as is.
So let me ask you a question. You're fine with it legally, I think everybody is, but morality wise, if he's the president now, you still fine with that?
He a businessman.
I don't expect. You gotta understand who we have as president. Like he should have never been president.
That's just a businessman.
Anyway, I don't
I was about to
expect.
say that.
Yeah, I don't expect him. I think he cares about his business more than he cares about him being president. So that's on the fault of us in general, like the people
Voting.
Yes.
who voted him in.
I ain't
So
voting him,
of course, I'm just saying in general,
If you keep it
people.
a book, we ain't do it. It was electoral college, but that's a whole nother.
Yeah, so I mean that's where the bigger problem stems. But like I don't expect nothing less from Donald Trump. So
I will say
you gonna do it.
it's never like you never get 100% what you want from any party. Whether you love Democrat or Republican, there's
Yeah.
gonna be pros and cons to each side. You just gotta pick the lesser of two evils or the best of whatever you think.
This year is basically like, hey, which one can do more for you? Because they both ain't
I mean that's how it should always be.
Some people just be like, I just can't fuck with Trump for this reason. I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
fuck with some of
It is what it
his
is.
policies, but him as a
Yeah.
person, I can't fuck with.
I would never expect 50 Cent to be thinking like that.
You
Never.
rich, you got different. You don't relate to the common
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Y'all seen what happened with Aisha Curry this weekend?
She just died of hair.
She put up a
that's what she
she had a wig.
She done died.
She had a blonde wig on, and she took a selfie with her and Steph. And she had a filter on, and of course people were saying like she want to be white, or why would you do this to yourself?
She can't do nothing.
So that led to a bigger question. Do you think that she gets unfair treatment from the internet?
Yes. She can't do nothing. She can't post nothing. She can't post no pictures.
Because where did this all
nothing.
start? It all started when she...
When she said that she
rigged.
wanted
No, not even her. She said her clothes. She said everybody's about showing like their body.
Oh yeah,
That came
that's
after.
the tweet that she
That was after?
Yeah, it's her first time she really got critiqued when she was at the NBA's rig, the 3-1 shit, and then after that,
Where she
every
sounded
time
like
she
a woman supporting her man.
Yeah.
but she
I
was
didn't know
getting,
she was getting dragged for that.
she was. Then ever since then, every time she opened her mouth, there you go.
I mean, why she can't have a blonde wig? I don't understand that.
You know that. You know
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Black women wear blonde
Wait,
wigs.
let me ask you this. Who are the bigger internet bullies, men or women?
Women.
Women
I'm just
definitely.
saying
Women.
Women.
100%.
Women versus women, women versus men, women versus everybody.
Women
that be-
and gay men.
Men be funny,
Yeah.
women be
Yeah.
mean, man.
They trying to
They just be like,
they must be
hurt
hurting
my
the cry
feelings.
shit.
Yeah, they be hurting your
Women, yeah, women.
They don't even care if they wrong.
Yeah.
They gonna be loud and wrong.
Wrong.
When you prove it, they're wrong. So, I could have been right.
When do y'all ever think y'all wrong?
Yeah, they
Think it's
All they been talking about is this thing
Okay.
on colorist thing. Every time I look up, it's a
Yeah.
critique of colorist from old TV
Artists getting
sitcoms. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's getting so
That
mad.
is getting annoying.
Oh
People
my
is like
God.
watching. Like I seen them going in on.
Yes.
I seen them
So we
going
not
in.
gonna let Bam Bam made the front like, bruh.
They're like this trash is show. This show is trash. He's always talking about how ugly she is, and I'm like, well, she comes in the door and disrespects him. It's a roast. Like
My thing is,
y'all didn't grow up at.
did y'all just start watching
I
I know, that's what it's like. It's not new. Where was you at? Like, I need to fix my time. I too many young people on there. But I think it's just we just live in the age of criticism.
Everything is getting
too many
dissected.
people
Oh my
are able
god.
to express their opinion.
Yes.
I hate that
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Steph swooped in and he said, you know, some jokey joke things and under her comments to, you know, lighten the mood and let you know.
People are crazy. I did not hear about that.
Yeah, they said if it's one thing Steph gonna do, it's gonna he gonna protect his wife.
Show is.
I feel you, Steph. I feel you, Steph. That's what you gotta do, cause they out here tripping. So,
You gotta make light of it.
there's another thing where like I felt like the bully was getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? He tried to, you know, be like, fuck y'all niggas. Then eventually he ended up apologizing too.
Who?
Who?
Sada Baby. Yeah.
Oh, he did? I ain't
So,
been
Sada,
for real.
so you know Sada Baby, I would say that if women are the biggest bullies, Nicki Minaj has the biggest fan base of bullies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You ain't bigger than Beyonce? Yeah.
I don't feel like Beyonce's fan base. They just
They
stand her.
big, but
They don't bully her.
Nicki
They
are.
they will put out addresses and all of that. Like they go crazy because she has women and just gay men. Like that's really all it is. It be like gay white men and shit like
stand
that.
her so
It's
hard.
crazy. So like so he basically
I didn't think he was gonna apologize.
Okay, so Sada Baby basically, you know, she's on Nicki Minaj is on the remix a whole lot of choppers. One of the
about that shit.
One of the fans commented and was like, "Nigga, promote your record. You need to promote your record." And he commented back, which he probably been getting them same type of comments all day. That's the mindset I'm thinking he in. So he comments back, seemingly out of frustration, and is like, "Faggot ass nigga, shut the fuck up." Blah, blah, blah. Now Sada Baby was a hood ass nigga from Detroit.
Like a regular nigga would
Yeah,
talk.
he from Detroit too, you know. So he said that, and of course they went and digged up his tweets because they can't beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? So let's look up some tweets. So
Shit.
they hit him.
Parental guidance.
Yeah, these are not the views of the Facts and Cat podcast. So I'm gonna read y'all like 4 of his tweets. He said,
This is what year was this?
"This was
This is
in
like 2010.
this is December 2010." Shaking my head, being a fag should be illegal.
I think that was acceptable. in
This is on
2010.
We were talking like
10/17.
that in 2010.
10/17, 2011. I hate dark-skinned people.
Like I graduated.
He can have an opinion.
He was
That's what he hated.
A few days before that, I want to slip one of my followers a roofie and rape her ass all night.
All right.
All right. That's why I draw the line.
So this is how he said, "I'm tired of Beyonce. That bitch need to die or something." That was what?
And I think
That was like 3 days. The last 3 was in like a week.
What is that?
I know
Rough
one of
week?
the fans
Nah,
was
he
like,
was
this
on
was
some
when
shit.
she was giving birth. Like, he's so evil. I'm like, y'all are so.
Y'all went back to see when she was giving birth.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they fans know.
I know.
They fans know the timeline.
So yeah, so
3:30.
They know the birthday.
78 degrees outside.
so like he initially was like put on his page like, "Y'all can go dig up all the old tweets you
Yeah,
want.
he did.
Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can come for me. I don't give a fuck."
Sorry, baby.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for you, Enhance. I might need to apologize. Promptly.
No, they was like, "What's your login?"
He said he ain't logged in years.
So he,
Like his management handled his shit, so that's why they had to go 10 years deep
Mm-hmm.
to find his shit. So yeah.
But he logged in to say that to the fans.
No, that was on Instagram where he was doing it. He's on his
Oh,
own
shit.
Instagram, but on Twitter they went through his shit.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that he fucked up his bag, or do you think old tweet shit counted against you? Like,
Most of the
think-
people,
It was
Go ahead,
appropriate
go ahead,
at
go
the
ahead.
time.
I was gonna say most people who listen to him is hood niggas. So no, he ain't messing with no bag. Them niggas ain't mad that he done said a faggot. Like they
Yeah.
not upset at that.
oh, you saying that's his fan?
That's his like core fan
Yeah.
base. Them niggas ain't caring about
Nicki
like
Minaj fans. I don't see Nicki Minaj fans listening to South.
listening to him on a regular. Yeah, y'all just listen to him right now because she on the remix.
Yeah.
So no, I don't.
They was
think
just
so.
doing a little TikTok to
But-
that's it.
To his point, to what he said in his apology, he basically said like, you know, that, you know, if I want to be able to walk in certain rooms and, you know, have certain doors open for me, I do need to realize that basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he don't he don't like believe in that no more.
Yeah,
So
that's
he
what
has
he
a
said.
gay partner or something like that. You know,
He's like he works with gay people. He said he works with gay
He said he was
people.
young. Don't hold me to that standard.
He's younger than us. And
Yeah.
that was.
2010. I
He's
graduated
probably like
09.
around. He's probably
Right.
like around like 28, 27.
I always say two things. One, you gonna hold somebody to where they old tweets, everybody will get canceled. People
Yeah.
saying wild shit, you gotta delete it. Delete it.
Don't be surprised if y'all see me saying follow my new page.
Delete it. That's a fact.
There are like certain people you can pay
Bro, it might
to clean out all your tweets.
be too late. There's people on screenshot of your name already, just waiting. I done seen it.
Yeah.
I promise.
Man, listen, if you was on Twitter from like 2013 and under, then you just forgive us, cause you supposed to there was so much wrong.
You gotta grow, man.
You
Society
know
change. We accept that now.
Yeah.
Don't kill us when we get up, bro.
But how they be going through and searching that crap? Like,
I mean, I
It's not that
put
hard.
the name
It's
in.
not hard to put
but
the
if
name
you're
in.
searching a specific
You can,
word,
I can type in your ad and type in faggot. And it'll show every tweet that you ever had that
they
said
had time to
faggot.
really do that.
I
Why?
mean, people
It's not really
Not
hard.
that hard.
I know it's not hard, but why?
We look up old
One
tweets
He
all the
said
time.
it once.
He said
like,
1
why?
second.
Well, not once,
I'm
but
finna cancel your ass right now.
Literally.
you can't, 'cause I got me a new page.
I was about to say that.
All my crazy is
Yeah.
gone.
We can still type
You
in
still
your
type
old
in-
handle.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. It just won't pop up like me to click on it, but like the old
It'll be
tweets,
black.
it'll like a gray screen and it'll pop up with those
I did that
tweets.
and
It
put in
won't.
nigga
Somebody else
word
got that name.
when she used to call her name.
So you can't see it.
Listen, it still come up. They just thinking she did
That's
it.
why I had to
Oh
get a new
my
one.
god.
You see how they got Moneybag Yo that one time?
Oh,
Because
that was hilarious.
he bought his page off of a girl who had a lot of followers
Mhm.
and just changed it, deleted like all of her pictures and shit, and put his shit up. So when people started looking at tweets, he was like on some shit like,
Suck that dick.
ooh, Ray J so fun, I don't want to suck his dick.
Moneybag Yo.
And I feel like he been getting roasted about shit ever since then.
Hey,
Like,
yeah.
kind of like his street respect level kind of dropped after that. Because people, you know, the internet, people don't understand, people don't even look at it and try to even piece it together.
No,
what
They
happened.
see one thing.
He's
wrong.
gay. So now they just walking around, that nigga's gay as hell.
I mean,
I don't think
that's some
too-
wild shit to say.
I don't
but-
think too many niggas gonna say that shit to his face though. I don't think you gay.
I mean, yeah, not around him and a whole bunch of niggas. I think niggas really think they can try him now though. If he was like just walking down the street by himself, like niggas would be like, man, this nigga.
Moneybag. Hey yo.
Money bag, hey, yo.
Do we think gay niggas is like not tough or something?
Shit.
No, I didn't say
I'll never fight a gay nigga.
Yeah, that's a little.
My brother always said it's a lose. Yeah, he said if you beat a faggot, well, I'm sorry. If you if you beat up a gay person, it's like you beat up a gay person. Then if you get beat up by a gay person, like you
lost to a
lose
gay
either way.
person,
But he
yeah.
said I don't even deal with yeah. he don't
Unless
do-
you at Lennox, you might have to fight. You might have to fight one.
You might get shot.
Right.
Because that's the trenches for
You
everybody.
in Lennox, you better shoot.
Yeah, I seen you seen one in the shooting this week?
Yes.
This week, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Last
shooting.
night.
Like in the Macy's or some shit. Niggas try to that's how you know it's the trenches. Niggas tried to rob a nigga in broad daylight in the middle of the department store. And he pulled out, he banged on him. I don't think he hit nobody. It was
I
4
don't think
niggas.
so.
2 got arrested.
Yeah.
2 got
And
arrested.
he went to jail.
He went to jail for a warrant.
possession of he had a warrant and possession of firearm by convicted felon.
I ain't going to
See, now me, that's why he got, well, he couldn't get one anyway. That was the problem. But
Mm-hmm.
Try their license.
yeah, niggas is crazy. Like, y'all robbing. I mean, listen, they done had a couple deaths, shootings, all kinds of
Lennox
shit.
is
Plenty
ghetto.
of shootings in
Like
the
the
city.
ghetto.
You feel more safe at
In
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier. That's what I told my mama.
Small, too, like.
So, I don't know. So, recently T.I. albums dropped. T.I. album dropped. Anybody listen to that?
I sure
Can
did.
you listen to it?
Yeah.
You liked it?
I like so far.
Even like the first half,
Oh, you don't like when he kind of went towards the pop records?
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't funny.
What you
I think this has been one of his best new albums for
In
a
recent
minute
years?
For me. Yeah, for me.
I have an opinion, like, I don't know, maybe.
What's your opinion, Zadie?
It's
Let's hear it
like-
loud and clear.
I feel like you like somebody who's like top of the game, you like your favorite artist or something like that, there's some dope, and then they just they drop off. But they might have 3 or 4 bad projects. I don't want to hear from you.
But did he
anymore.
have-
Okay,
did-
Rob,
did he have
that's what
3
Aaron said.
Did he have 3 or 4 bad projects to you?
Yes.
Which ones? Like Paperwork? You didn't like that?
Alright, so the one, No Mercy,
Dime Trap, No Mercy.
was trash to me. The one after that, I didn't like. And then Paperwork, I think Paperwork was okay. But it's just like after a while,
You just felt like
my
the top-
ear,
yeah.
it just stopped. The same thing happened with Wayne. The only certain artists where I could be like, you've been out for more than
So
a
you put
decade.
Wayne and T.I. in the same category.
So you just
Well,
like
I think
old
Wayne had a
people.
steeper fall, but it's the same thing. Like I don't want to hear you a whole body of work from you after.
I feel
after
like Wayne
Prime.
his recently has been better.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, he went good on the Benny the Butcher album. Other than that,
That was his best. That was his best.
That's the best verse he
all
did in
time.
years.
I can
years.
listen to features all day, but
Yeah.
projects, I'm
As
just
far as
my
T.I.,
ear gets tuned out to that after a while.
I think you should listen to this album. It was actually kind of seemed like, and I felt like he came with a lot of features.
This is the one with Young Thug on there, Ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the song.
Yeah, it's got
You like that
it's,
song?
it's
You
one of
like
the
that
better. It's better than like the No Mercies and all that, or whatever. But
I mean, I just
Yeah.
and then I'm always gonna compare you to your greatness. Like
Yeah.
T.I. has,
yeah.
come on, I'm serious, trap music, urban legend, king, paper. Like
So
So you don't feel like he evolved well.
I think he did his thing.
I think that he's
Now,
past
everybody
his
ain't
prime,
Jay-Z
and I think that he
or
just has
Drake.
other business. He said on the album, he said he makes albums when he can. He has other business ventures that are more lucrative. Basically, essentially, that's what he's saying.
I'm not, but it's straight. Though. Everybody like it, who listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
So on a song on there. So look, the reason I bring that up because it's a song on there where they revisit Drake getting a golden shower
Mm-hmm.
by
I wish you would have took some of that drink first.
Drake getting a golden shower by one of his friends. So he's like his friend Falant who got killed, in a shootout after getting in a fight at club. Then he talked about recently one of his old friends that you might have heard him rap about on multiple albums named Cap. He did a lot of time in jail, and I guess at that particular moment, like some years ago, he got out of jail, and I think Takers was out, and he was at a Takers premiere, and Drake was there. I guess he was next to Drake. He's out of jail. He ain't been out of jail in years, decades. He gets too drunk, ends up just standing up and peeing, and something gets on Drake or whatever. So this story isn't new. This is an old
Yeah,
story because T.I. confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember Meek Mill's the
Meek
one who
Mill brought it
Meek
up.
Mill's the one who brought it up. T.I. confirmed that it happened
He
though, a long
confirmed
time
it?
ago. Yeah.
Are you?
But the way
positive
that
or
he
you
said
pretty
it,
sure?
the way that he said it was like he said it where it wasn't like he like just
Yeah.
peed. He said it kind of a little bit like kind of
Not
got on.
splat.
I remember right after that, T.I. was on the Breakfast Club, and then Envy and Charlamagne asked him, "Yo, did your
Yeah.
homie pee on Drake?" And he kept changing the
Yeah,
subject.
I don't think it was on there where he
It
said it,
wasn't.
but I do remember him saying something about it.
Okay.
So basically,
Shame.
on the song where he brought up the instance because he's reminiscing about his friend Cap, and he said, "You got so drunk that you pissed on Drake," or whatever, right? So allegedly, the internet, Drake unfollowed T.I. allegedly.
Do we even know if he ever followed T.I.?
I don't know. I don't know if they can look.
Man, them fans be knowing.
They be
They
knowing,
be
yeah.
on it when they.
No, I think they just gonna check. Oh, they don't follow each other. He gonna follow them.
I mean, think about it. Somebody might have been watching that shit on Friday before
Soon
Drake
as
even
the song
heard it
came out,
and
check
looked it up, and then boom.
People do that shit.
So
They do it so quick.
is that my thing? Is that contradictive?
Of course,
Of
Drake,
Drake?
talk about everything. He spilled all his little business.
Why did he have to put that? I mean,
Why
it
do
was
Drake
out
gotta
there.
talk
Why
about
did he have to
say-
Why do Drake gotta talk about instances that he had with women in the past all the
What's wrong with
time?
that?
But why did he have
Or
to
SZA?
That was him.
He just now
He was talking about-
SZA unfollowed him last week.
And she also defended him.
She didn't defend.
She didn't defend
She
it.
didn't defend both.
She confirmed.
She
She didn't want us
that
to
she
say. She
wasn't
didn't want to
underage.
say that the nigga was underage. She was having underage relations with Drake. But
Drake will bring up anybody's name in any song. No,
Nah, T.I. was wrong.
get out your feelings. But he a feeling nigga. All he do is sit there and cry.
They get people.
Cry.
Oh, that feeling nigga.
I want to pee.
so,
Yeah, this is all
so what I'm
for
saying
different
is it. I feel like T.I. didn't have to say that, but at the same time, if you gonna put out personal business, you can't.
When did he put out personal business with T.I.'s? No. He ain't got to do that.
It didn't matter. Who asked him to put out SZA's business? Or Courtney from Hooters on P Street? Or
Courtney probably
All of
put
these-
flat.
listen,
Okay.
I feel you, but at the same
How
time,
we know Courtney one man?
he might have put out. If it's, I'm sure that Drake has put out personal business in the past that people didn't necessarily want out there.
See, I felt like, man, you was not addressing it before, so why you bringing it up now?
He was
Clout.
reminiscing.
Because Drake just died.
But
His friend just
I
died.
got too many
That's a good-
people on Drake.
She's saying that's a memory. He's saying that's a memory that he had. Think about it. That is a funny ass memory though.
How many drunk
Think about
niggas we
it.
gonna talk about between us? You niggas gonna get offended?
Think about it. Think about it. We
It's
all
crazy
we all got
too.
drunk stories now.
For real.
Yeah, I do that shit in my way, bro.
But
Exactly.
Some's more embarrassing than others.
We really gonna do that on song?
Hey man.
I mean, it's low. It wasn't like he reached to just stick that in.
And it's already public knowledge.
I'm gonna follow y'all niggas then.
Yeah. It's already public knowledge too that he got pissed on. It's right there. And,
But
I
we gonna
mean,
say it years later.
I just feel like
I kind of feel it's just like it was unnecessary.
I feel like it was
Drake got no
unnecessary.
room to debate
Like,
it.
Drake should just-
talking about Ti. Yeah, it might have been a little
It
unnecessary.
was unnecessary. He didn't have to say that, but I do feel like I'm looking at it from Drake.
You got no room to.
Don't
debate.
say nothing,
Drake
nigga.
is about to Drake, and he's gonna.
He is.
He's about to.
He can say something
he's
about
gonna
T.I.
take- No, he's gonna take that line and flip it, and then give an explanation of what happened.
I don't even think he's gonna give an explanation. I just think he
He's
said.
gonna give more details.
I used to get pissed on, now I'm pissing on niggas. Like, some shit like that. Like, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta be smart about it. Like,
Drake gonna flip it and make it sound.
I'm owner of the Pistons.
they call me the golden boy. The golden showers. Golden boy. My chain is gold as the piss. They hit my leg. You never know. I mean, that nigga gonna have some
You
bars.
better work on it.
Yeah, he gonna write them shits down, nigga, profusely,
Alright, too.
expeditiously. Don't work on it.
Profusely. Ugh.
So, I got a question, and this is about: do women lack accountability? And I'm gonna give y'all 2 examples that's happened this week.
Is this kind of question?
We're gonna get there.
We got women here to answer that.
So let me briefly.
They're not gonna answer it.
Let me briefly explain these 2 news clippings. So, there's a woman suing Young Dolph. She was in the United States military. All right. She decided that she loved this. I think it was the song with him and Megan Thee Stallion, Young Dolph. She enjoyed the song so much. She was like, "Let me record myself twerking in my military uniform." So that is against the military rules. And Young Dolph, when she posted it, Young Dolph reposted it, of course, because it's his song. Like, oh,
It went viral a little bit.
Yeah, it went viral. I guess whoever's above her, they found it, they fired her. So what did she do? She sued Young Dolph for using her likeness.
Not only did she get fired, she's wasting money on a lawsuit that she's not gonna win.
At all.
So hold on to that, because when I looked at the comments under the video,
Well, why did
women were saying, "Well, women are getting raped, and nobody's getting fired, but she's getting fired for twerking. Wow, women rights, da 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 da." All right, so hold on to that. So
Which is nothing wrong with that comment per se.
Yes, there is.
we're gonna get there. Well, we'll discuss
There's
this.
a different thing. If you have on that
Wait, he
uniform,
wanted-
No, we'll wait.
She said- Everybody, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What's wrong with a girl saying that there's army girls that have been getting raped and nobody's being held accountable, but this girl does something real small and she gets discharged?
it's proof.
What? Explain.
Oh, I get
There's video, there's evidence. The whole rape thing, they know how. Like I said, once you
I
get in
think-
that system, it's
I'm in
easier to hide
between.
it.
I'm in between. I do think that while what they're saying is very true, and that is an issue, this isn't the issue at hand at the
It
moment.
don't apply to that.
The issue is why the fuck are you suing Young Dolph?
So I would talk about
Because of your
You
own
can't.
mistake. It was a deflection from the people on Twitter. Yes, it is ridiculous, and it's a stupid ass rule that
Which is-
she's getting fired. But the
Nobody.
rule is the rule. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
a
like, you know, like if you get a ticket for jaywalk, that's a dumbass rule. But
It's a rule.
it is the rule. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. There are rules in place, and until maybe you should go to your local courtroom or courthouse or run for whatever you could run for to change that rule. I don't know. You know, I don't know. She should have made some kind of group, military, ex-military group that, you know, takes things to Congress
You
or
was
whatever.
held to a higher standard when you
Yeah.
have your uniform on. That's just
Yeah,
what
I
it is.
just think that people just totally ignoring the fact that she's still a young dog. as if Young Dolph is responsible for something that she decided to do.
I don't think
So is he tripping for that?
Of course she
She's
is.
trying to sue, like, yo, she's definitely tripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
He didn't ask you to shake your ass to his song, like, what?
It wasn't like you did it at his house and in uniform and he just like secretly
Right.
videotaped you.
or like
It was
if
already out.
The shit was already on the internet.
you're literally showing it for the camera. Like I can see if it was like she's not in uniform, she's at a party. You know,
She
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
get in trouble for that.
I ain't with no
How
money.
you know Young
like,
Dolph is the video that got her caught? It could be any other video.
Facts.
Why
Exactly.
he
She's
gets
just
the
showing
blood?
she's targeting Young Dolph
Because he got
because
money.
he has money, and she's gonna be strapped for money. So
Yeah, sorry.
She had a high ranking too. That's the
So-
bad part.
the other scenario, Ryan Henry from Black Ink Crew, you know, he's like the owner of the tattoo shop in Chicago or whatever. It came out that he's been sleeping with his best friend's baby mom. Now the best friend is battling cancer as well, and it comes out that he's been sleeping with the baby mom for about a year and a half or a year and some change, right? So when I say lack accountability, I'm gonna play you his response to the allegations and the baby mama's response to the allegations. So here go his.
You know, it came out that that I had slept with a friend of mine's ex, and also the mother of his child, which happened to also be my godson's mother. That was true. There were some situations where that happened almost about 2 years ago, and then more recently, within the last like 2 months. And then y'all got this last week. And it's been seemingly as much as it was coming out repetitively that I wasn't saying nothing about it and that I didn't care. That wasn't the situation as far from what it is. I think literally when y'all got the information, I was in Vegas. Big part about that is that, you know, myself and all the parties involved, you know, we had talked. Because this had come about a week and a half before that.
Okay, so that's his response, right? Let's go to the baby mom.
Sharing my relationship with Anthony and everything that I've been through with him. And then I wanted to come on here really quick and just talk about that briefly. Just so you guys can see who you're lifting up and who you were, you know, defending so hard in this situation, because this person is not exactly the best person in the world. He's not so innocent out there. And so I wanted to also make that very clear. But to begin, I just wanted to take accountability for what I've done. In no way, shape, or form was it right. I don't feel as though it is something that I should have done. You know, I was selfish. I wasn't thinking. I didn't really care about anybody's feelings at that point. It's terrible. But I can sit here and tell you guys that that's truly what was going through my brain. I wasn't thinking about how this was affecting everybody else. It was a selfish decision in my part. You know, at the time, I hear a lot of people saying, like, where's your loyalty? Like, how could you do
Damn, I
that?
put the wrong video. It was okay. So as she goes on, she ends up going, "Yeah, he used to beat me. He used to beat me up. He's not a great person." Blah blah blah.
Even in that
blah.
video, it's like when you holding accountability. Why you bring it up? Anything else?
I think it sounded like she was trying to get back at him, because if he whooped her ass, maybe he did something to her and she wanted to get under
Okay,
his
so let me
skin.
ask you this. I get that the man is battling cancer at the moment.
She probably don't.
And
know.
while he's on his possible deathbed and you're the mother of his child and you're sleeping with the godfather,
We don't know what he put her through.
It's
Prior to
justified.
that,
that's
No.
I don't think
we
it's
didn't say
justified, but I
We
feel
said she
like,
probably didn't care.
yeah.
What I'm saying is,
If
did
she ain't care, say she ain't care.
That's it. Just
She
say
the
that.
cat
She
nigga on the
said she was
This
being
nigga
selfish.
got
She
me.
said, I'm trying to see where the lack of accountability.
She
though.
said,
That's
I
because
didn't-
because
I'm
the
like-
first thing that came out of her mouth was,
He's not
"Let me show
perfect."
y'all who y'all uplifting." That's a
She
lack of
also-
accountability. Like,
But she also went on to say, I was very selfish. I wasn't thinking in the moment about that. I was thinking about getting what I wanted.
if you throw
This like
shade,
one
what's the
time
first thing
she
you gonna
been
hear?
doing this shit.
What's the first thing you gonna hear? The shade, right? Like you
You soften
started
the blow. Like, just take responsibility. You ain't gonna bring that up. Say that for a different post.
This
This is supposed to you explain it why you ain't shit.
Y'all ain't gonna hear
Just
that later.
talk about you ain't how you ain't shit. That's it.
Right.
You ain't gotta bring
Why the
up
fuck
anything
you ain't
shit.
say that this nigga wasn't shit when he was beating your ass?
Alright, just in that pose, that's accountability. I'm sorry, I was selfish as fuck. That's why I did that. That's it.
That's all you gotta say.
That's it.
Anything
This nigga ain't shit neither. This
This
nigga in third grade cheated on his
No, they're not
family.
together.
No, how do you know they were together when she was fucking Ryan Henry?
Well, they're not together.
Honestly, it don't
It's
matter.
not about. It don't even
But it don't
matter.
matter.
The Godfather. The Godfather.
Sorry.
You're
Hey,
fucking the
niggas
Godfather.
Niggas don't really have a code.
He
But
shouldn't
right
be
there
that.
is the code.
He
That's the
shouldn't be
code.
that.
That's the code right
If you're the Godfather of my parent, of my child,
Fuck no.
and I'm dying. Okay, let's not even talk about her.
Too.
Yes, Ryan dirty as fuck, and he came out and
He the
said
worst type of nigga.
he literally
he's
just
more
said
wrong.
it.
You know niggas
No,
gonna
he's
be,
not.
Ryan is more wrong than she
You know
is.
the woman gonna be bad.
Nah.
Ryan, the
They're
woman
both-
definitely said the
they're
woman
both-
wrong.
The woman gonna get bad.
Equal.
All that nigga Ryan
The
said
woman
is he was
always
wrong. He ain't throw nobody else in. He talked about himself. That was it.
Yeah.
It's accountability.
He spoke more on, I mean,
What?
he said he was
Vegas?
pregnant 2 years ago and more recently too. So,
Right. He said.
It's not like he said it. We took a break and fucked him, and we started fucking again. He
I
told
mean,
he told us the
who did
details.
he really tell on though? He wasn't in a relationship with that man.
This nigga
What
was.
we're
He
saying
was
is
still with
he didn't have to say
Yeah,
anything.
plus that's
He just-
loyalty.
So why would they hide it and doing the secret then if it's not a big deal? If it's
Because
Yeah.
niggas
That wasn't
gonna
his
act-
business.
I'm about to say that, and because of
They was
That
sneaking.
is his business.
That's
They
not
was-
his business.
if
That
you
is
sneaking,
his
it's not your
Who
business.
she's fucking is not his
If
business.
you
If you're
sneaking
fucking
about
the Godfather and my best friend, that is my fucking business.
That's not your
She said
business.
sorry.
Let me tell you the only thing I don't like about this.
That's not.
You beat me. Now I'm fucking Courtney.
That's not gonna hit you.
You beat me.
I don't know. I did see.
We break up. Now I'm fucking Courtney.
I'm not the guy.
That's not
be
your
the
business.
domestic
You
display.
got the guy
Make it hypothetical right
Did
now.
they have a relationship? Were they
It don't
cool?
matter.
Were they cool?
I don't
They
know.
all had to be cool for them to be the
They
godparent.
didn't all have to be cool.
All I'm saying is,
That's
if
sorry.
you're the godparent,
She's not wrong.
women lack
So
accountability.
you just got your answer to your question right
I
now.
don't think-
Women lack accountability.
Nah.
We 1 out of 2. It's progress.
Nah, nope. No.
She's lacking
He shouldn't
accountability.
beat her ass. She can fuck whoever she wants
We don't
to.
even know if that's true. He came with the facts. He came with the facts. We don't even know if that's true. This man dying. Y'all couldn't wait at least till the
He
nigga
ain't
die.
dying. Don't say he dying. I think he beat the cancer, actually. You going far.
From what I said, it sounds like he's still battling.
I ain't looking to it. I don't know.
It sounds like y'all probably fucking while having cancer.
They
they did it so- and
Hey, he gonna be gone for 2 hours.
He did beat.
Let's go.
Yeah, he going to chemo. Hey, come over here and let's knock it on out. Like, what type of nigga is you? All the people you can fuck, you Ryan Henry, bro.
She probably did it to get under his skin. He probably did something.
So then that's not even worse.
Yeah, he got cancer under his skin. What the fuck?
Come on, bro.
I can't believe what you're saying right now.
I do.
man.
I'm about to say she do.
Ruthless.
All
My
right.
girl ain't wrong.
So chapter 72 of Tory and Megan, y'all.
I know.
He said, she said, what?
The bodyguard, alleged bodyguard. I don't know if it's true. The bodyguard elite
Who's bodyguard?
I'm about to say that.
Tories who was there. He was like the driver and the bodyguard. Allegedly, a recording of him on the phone leaked. I'll explain my theory for that even later
How
on.
convenient is that?
Yeah, it is kind of convenient. That comes out, and he basically said his side of the story, where he says that basically Tory had just been found out that he was, I guess, messing with Megan and the Kelsey chick. Kelsey and so Megan comes to the.
been quiet.
This story makes so much more sense.
He's
after I heard
standing.
this.
He's standing outside of their outside of Kylie Jenner's. He's standing outside of the house.
That made so much sense.
He left his gun in the car. Megan walks out of the car. She's walking away because they were arguing. Tori and Kelsey are wrestling over the gun, and it accidentally hits the ground, and he
Grazes.
said it grazed Megan. It was an accident.
Nigga's guilty.
How was he guilty? Tory guilty?
She got hit twice.
Grace, I was about to say that.
So that's what came
She
out.
definitely got a grace.
We'll discuss
This look
that.
like a
We'll
grace.
discuss that first. That didn't look like a grace. That looked like she was shot.
Yeah, like shots.
The
Her thing was leaking on the
Did
ground.
you see all that
like,
blood? That's not
Yes.
drugs. And
That's how I want to talk about this.
the reason I say that he got like he part of the fucking case. Hey, it's funny. Hey, let me say this. It's funny. All of a sudden, it's an open case. He can't talk about it when the nigga got charged. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to talk about it.
Like,
Saying
he
that.
on
Open
trial.
cases, it sounds terrible. But anyway, so I just think that was like kind of weird, like to say like so she got shot. Is basically what he's saying. Hold on to that. Tory decides to go on live at 8 o'clock yesterday, which I still don't understand this nigga.
This is the reason why I didn't want. I'd rather the album than him going on.
The album didn't make sense either.
It's better than
He
him
shouldn't have
going
did.
on live.
Alright, so Tory says he gets on there and he basically re-utters what he did on the album. Like, if you got shot, why did they do this? Why didn't they check you in the ambulance for bullets? If this happened, this, that, and third.
Lawyer.
He got into his lawyer bag. He started off with his, you know, I want to protect black women, but protect
We
black
ain't about to start
men.
cool court or something, did you?
No, he says protect black men, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. He just went on a whole rant. It was long as hell. Then he ended it by saying, you know, pray for Nigeria, protect those people, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Of course he did.
So,
I don't think in
What
the
do you
live he
think?
ever once said, I didn't shoot you.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah,
They
In the
said
live, he never once said,
He's not
I didn't
saying
shoot
that.
you.
Yeah, they said ever since he's been talking about it, he's never once said that he didn't do it, and that's
I think
making
in
people.
the record he did.
I haven't even listened to his
I think the theory, one of the theories is he's saying he's not gonna say keywords. Like he's not saying I didn't shoot you because I think he's trying to leave something open for interpretation that way in case he does directly get asked a question. He doesn't like he'll have room to make an answer.
Deniability. But
Yeah.
he's just trying to like add plausible deniability, like say that.
So
Room for doubt, create doubt. That's all he's doing,
Yeah.
creating doubt, but
So
without
now-
saying I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So with the story that the bodyguard said, if they're fighting over the gun and 2 shots is fired and both of their hands are on the gun,
They didn't say 2 shots were fired. They just
they
said
had to
one
have
off.
2 shots. She got shot twice.
I don't know how many times it went off. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't believe that.
But what happened now?
I'm saying,
You don't
but
believe the bodyguard?
if they were fighting over the gun, does that not make sense for Tory not to say he shot her? If they both
They both did. They both should be held for negligible mishandling of a gun.
What I heard in that story from the bodyguard.
But that story doesn't even make sense because if Tory's saying she didn't even get shot, he's insinuating that she didn't even get shot, and the bodyguard is saying they were wrestling for the gun. Somebody lying.
Why the hell was they wrestling for the gun?
Like,
Well,
what was-
she just found out that he was fucking Meg and her, and they got mad. She's trying to go shoot him.
but he said,
He's trying to stop her
and
from
mind
shooting
you,
him.
mind you,
Man, shut up.
and mind you, on the Shade Room, under one of the comments, Tory commented and said that the Kelsey girl did not shoot Meg. She didn't.
I seen that.
He said that that's false. So I'm just trying to figure out like,
There wasn't too many people in the car.
so what's going on? Because if that is his bodyguard, I don't know if that's really his bodyguard. It could very well not be. I hope it's not for his sake because that just literally fucks up their story. Like, which I think the security guard, like, who really taking him serious? He's on payroll. I wouldn't expect him to tell the truth. I wouldn't. I mean, unfortunately. I don't even know if I really want to hear from the Kelsey chick right now either. Like, I'd rather them just all be quiet.
I was wondering why she quiet.
Wait
Makes
to
sense
go to
now.
court.
I just want to.
I think I think that particular, the argument as to why things started is true.
That makes most sense.
Yeah, I think that could
'Cause
be.
she was her friend, she ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
They ain't friends no more.
They ain't friends no more.
Yeah.
Oh.
That could be why she's not saying
I was gonna
anything.
say she probably just trying to say
She could, let's say that she didn't shoot her, but the reason she probably not saying anything, maybe she still does actually love Megan. She fucked up. Megan sent her home. Get the fuck away from me. She's not fucking with her. Just quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not saying that. Or, on the flip side, if she did have something to do with it, and Megan don't fuck with her, that makes sense why she's not around Megan. Tory, maybe her and Tory are trying to work on their story.
Like I said, this nigga generally crazy.
Yeah, she
She
responded.
did.
I just think that the whole rant like was just unneeded. Like in 2020, you're facing all these years and you're still trying to persuade public opinion. I think
all it
that
was.
album was unnecessary.
Good album.
I think you don't do the album and then go on live. If you were gonna go on live, you should have went on live. You should have kept it nice and sweet. Like we didn't need that long thing, or you should just been quiet, bro. It's only two
I was
options.
gonna say that.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Wait till you go to court, or
He got too much to say.
just like
Without saying shit.
yeah, like it's just it just comes off manipulative. It just comes off like he's a manipulative person, and it just makes him look guilty. Like I don't think there's nothing he's gaining from this, so that's why I just don't think it's in his best interest.
Man was fucking this little bitty ass man. I don't want to believe it.
Man, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I guess hopefully nothing else happens, bro. I'm tired of talking about it.
No.
So we'll get to what's the scenario?
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo.
Yeah.
Say what? Say what?
What's the scenario?
Get it.
All right, this one's a simple, quick question. You come in the house, you find your 15-year-old smoking weed. How do you react?
Punishment.
I'm not mad, but
Yeah,
I'm not
but
condoning it. Like
yeah,
smoking in
I'm
my
not.
house.
Trying to match? No, I'm joking. I'm disappointed. And I'll probably just be like, yo, try to nip it in the bud. But I'm not going to overreact.
Yeah.
Why are you disappointed? I want to know.
Because I wouldn't want my 15-year-old smoking weed.
Yeah, simple.
It's not legal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think me.
You can't. You get in trouble having that on you.
Yeah. I think
School,
I'm.
whatever. It's just not. I don't think responsible enough to be.
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
where you getting it from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of
Factors in there.
factors in there. I just rather not.
Yeah. Are you driving? Well, you're 15, I ain't driving, but
You know what I'm saying?
my thing is, I think I'll probably hold it under, like, I think one of the main teachings I'm going to tell my children, like, I can't always be around. So I know if you going to try to sneak and do what you want to do, there are going to be consequences if I find out about this. I don't want you smoking weed when you turn 18 or when you leave this house or whatever. Do whatever you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that this is, me as a parent, it wouldn't be good parenting for me to let you do this. So, just know, if this happens again, there are going to be severe consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't damage my trust.
But I got this from Uncle Holmes.
I was literally about to say, because Brandon been so quiet. He must condone it. That's what I was
Me
thinking.
and Uncle Holmes will have a talk.
No, literally, Brandon. Because why would you give up my son?
Really?
Or my
Matter of fact,
daughter.
Uncle Holmes probably going to be around here. He probably going to be around this house no more.
Honestly, I had a question. Because the way the question
Was it loud?
You know his little ignorant question.
Where did we catch him? Was he smoking inside of my house or outside of the house? Because that makes a big
It
difference.
don't.
Why? How?
That's a stupid ass question.
How does that make a difference?
You count him in the backyard or you call him in the garage? Why the fuck does it matter?
Right.
What I'm saying is,
You caught him in his room. You caught him in the kitchen.
I agree with everything you said, but if
Was
I
the
catch him,
ceiling fan on?
no, but what I'm saying is the way that I'm gonna.
Was it
Faucet
a
running.
candlelight?
What I'm saying
Which one
is,
was it?
I'm gonna approach it differently if you're disrespecting me enough to smoke it in my house and think I'm stupid and smell it.
It's
Now-
outside, not your yard. Is that not still
But
your
you-
house?
You see me like you got caught like in school or in park or something like that.
Yeah, like
Now,
if
my
you're-
own question
no,
is,
it would be
I
your
agree.
house.
No, I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
Like how you say you're dealing with it,
It changes where you.
it's
where
cool.
You caught
But the way that I'm gonna
Your anger. Your
the anger, because I'm gonna now I just feel one you think I'm stupid and you just being real blatantly disrespectful.
I'm gonna tell you why that probably wouldn't even matter to me because 15-year-olds are stupid. And so I'm not surprised that you did some ultra stupid
Yes, you're
shit.
stupid.
Oh, so you
but
feel
you
like
think
if you
I'm
did it
stupid.
outside, you feel like that he was trying to
Okay,
sneak
you
into
trying
it,
to
so
sneak
it
and
would
do it. All right, you trying to hide it. That's different. Like, all right, we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna handle it a
I mean, I
different
understand
way.
that.
But if you smoke it in your room and you think you're gonna open the window and I'm not gonna smell it,
No,
now I feel like you just
insulting
blatantly.
I mean, I get that.
I
But I just think I think
feel
the
that.
question just more general. Like, what is
Okay,
your?
that's why-
I just need to know what your reaction is.
Oh no, like we
I
gonna,
thought Brandon was about to say, well, he outside. I mean, you just can't smoke it in my house.
no, because it's like I said. Now this question, by the time my daughter is at that age of 15, it may be different. It might, yeah, that's what I said. It might be as legal as a cigarette.
Dang,
But
So
you
then-
can't. But you still, but you can't smoke it at 15, so that's still
Yeah.
illegal. They're
It's
just never gonna be
illegal,
able
but it's not like
to-
I'm gonna be like, like the consequences of you going to jail from doing this. Now I'm just gonna go more so.
I think my consequences ain't even a word about jail.
I mean, getting caught with like the bigger issue to it.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't do it. You're too young for this. You're not able to handle smoking weed because of everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
But
Just wait.
let's say if it's like a cigarette. I'm not. It's gonna be a different type of conversation. So by the time my daughter's 15, weed is probably gonna be as legal as a cigarette. So that's
You already can get caught with it less than an ounce of Gwinnett and not go to jail. Not get nothing.
I mean,
So you feel like
can
weed
say
is
just
not
rape
as serious?
That's why I said I
today,
know.
yes.
I could. That's
But
why I
by
said.
the time my daughter's 15, it's gonna be a different conversation.
And I know, like, that's why I say, but that's why I say, like, what you just said. That's why I say, like, I know I can't be around you the whole time, so I'm not gonna realistically sit here and be on your ass like you better da 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 da. But it might turn into that if I catch you smoking weed again. It might turn into, oh, take this drug test for me.
Cause I know.
It might turn into something like that. So, would you rather just do away with that and not even have that hassle, have more freedom? Or do I need to be on your ass like fucking the drill sergeant? You make your own choices.
Yeah, you smoking my house, boy. I wouldn't even smoke my mama's house when I was a kid.
Be on your ass like a drill
Cause I already know I'm getting my ass beat. I don't care how old I am.
Yeah. Alright. The next one. Your 16-year-old withdraws themselves from high school.
I know so many people who did that.
And says they don't want to go there anymore. They want to be a mechanic. Are you going for it?
This is how I feel about that. Depending on how responsible my 16-year-old is, like 9 out of 10 times, I'm not going for that. But you have the one special kid that just be like, yo, school ain't for me.
Yeah.
I help around the house. I've always been doing my own thing, like as far as making my own money, like washing cars, fixing. I've been doing that. If that's what you want to do and you can get a job for that, I would encourage you to just get that high school education.
I'm telling you, you're getting your education.
But depending on how responsible you are, I might just go, all right, get your GED or just. I would encourage you, but I don't know if I would force
well,
you.
At least you still encourage you.
9 out of 10 times, don't know, because
This
most
what
kids
you wanna
just
do?
don't want
Cool.
to
You
want
got
to
90 days and that rent is due.
Yeah, you want to be a mechanic?
You want to be a mechanic? Hey, you ready to work? Hey, nigga,
Okay.
let's get it
So
started.
that 1 out of 10 kid would be like, all right.
Alright,
so,
and if you do that and I see you apply yourself and you working towards it,
I'll be like,
I can't get too mad at that.
alright, can you at least get your GED so we can
That's what I said.
yeah,
At least
okay,
GED.
so look,
Get some type of certification.
I'm more so like, nigga, you dropping out of school to be a mechanic, you rushing to be a mechanic thing, like, nigga, if you trying to do
You
that,
gonna knock that dream.
like, I'm just saying, bro, like, if that's what you want to do, you don't have to drop out of school. Let's take you.
Damn, Debbie
I'm
down.
not
Dang.
look, let me take you to trade school then. You want to do that? Let's go to trade
Yeah,
school.
that's what I thought.
Like,
the question was
but
gonna
what I'm
go
saying
for.
is
That's what the 90 days
education.
is.
What I'm saying is education is
Yeah.
not gonna stop. You don't determine
Yeah.
that you're stopping
Definitely.
education by the 18, unless, like
You
I
wanna
just said
be
in the
honest.
last one, there are going to be certain consequences. Like he said, if you want to stay under this house, you gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Or just
Mechanic.
depending on.
What did they say?
A mechanic certificate
What is
takes
that?
about
I paid-
30
I paid-
to 90
I
days,
ran
somewhere
out of
in between
room.
there. After
I
that,
ran out of room. I got my own
Job.
car already. Right.
What you mean, how? What car? How, did you
16
pay, did you pay for
You're
that
paying
car?
for everything.
Okay. Maybe.
I feel like
No.
you want to be a mechanic, you're not reaching for the stars enough for me. So you gonna finish
Hell,
school.
y'all some
No,
devil.
yo, you got
You want to be a mechanic when I grow up.
You
If
can
you're
still be a
16,
mechanic. You can still be it.
if you're
You're gonna
16,
have somebody that can come talk to you.
my thing is this. My thing is this. Look, why not work on cars after school, man?
Exactly. School get out at 2 o'clock. You
Work
can
on
be a
cars
mechanic
after
after
school,
school. You can do it on the weekends.
Well, they got
You
the
can
bachelor,
do it.
I need to be
Do
there
it.
Monday.
But that rent is due on the
In the
first.
summer, get your
Your shit
certificate.
will be
You can
outside
be a
on
mechanic.
the 5th.
So what if they be like, no, mom, I don't want to do that.
That's
I'm sorry.
You
You're
must
gonna-
want to.
What if they be like, all right, I want to like
Place to stay.
emancipate
I'm
myself
gonna
from
be
y'all.
like, can we do on
Bye.
high school then?
Bye.
Because you don't have to finish in school. Because you just want to be a mechanic. Like,
Listen,
you're not doing
I
no.
will gladly be
Baby
okay to
You
be
finna roast
wrong
their dream.
if 10 years later your dream is you're thriving, you have a great mechanic. I'll be okay. You got Pimp My Ride going on or some shit.
You never know.
10
You don't got
years,
a dream.
listen, 10 years later, whenever your
MLK.
business is popping, I'll tell you, look, I was wrong, son. Maybe I should have trusted
So
you
you
more.
willing to be wrong?
But as an adult, it's my job
you
to guide
willing to
you.
risk your relationship?
Yes, I'm always wondering.
You was a negative
Relationship with the
force.
kids.
My job is to not care about how you feel about me. Like, what's my nigga said in Fences? What Denzel said?
Oh,
Shit,
Lord,
I
that's
gotta
how
like
it
you.
is.
I don't gotta like
I
you.
like
My
you.
job ain't here to like. My job is to put food on the table, take
I
care of
bet you
you,
did with your mama.
make you the best person you're supposed to
Denzel
be.
was talking that shit.
But that's true. I don't agree with all the way he said, but it is have some validity to it.
Shit, though.
Yeah, it is some validity to it. Like I don't care that if you hold some resentment against me because I was looking out for what I felt as a parent was your
Like
best
kids gonna
interest.
hold certain things against
Yeah,
you.
like so. Listen, when you get old enough, you'll understand. Maybe it might take you have your own kids, and you'll understand.
Nigga, please.
So-
you
You
gotta be
see
built
that example.
Yeah.
He hated
regular
that.
ass mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be Denzel, but what I'm saying
I'm
is,
sure that's how kids
what
feel
Denzel was
when they want
trying-
to drop out of school, when they want to be a rapper, they parents like a rapper, and then they make it.
but see,
and,
yeah,
and it be like,
Be the same parent. Oh, what you do, my baby?
I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I
I
don't.
don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. I
It
still
was
support.
wrong.
I still support
I
you.
think
Put clothes on your back.
parents want you
grew
want to
you
make sure
up.
that your
I agree
kids
with
got a
you.
backbone.
Don't get twisted. I agree with you. But I also think there's gonna be kids sometimes that use that negative and it drive them away.
Okay.
They get famous and they be
Because
like,
I do agree.
You'll get older and
a
you'll
lot
realize.
of kids don't like the schools, like regular school settings, but you ain't
I
just
hate
gonna
this school.
drop out and not have no other type of back.
No plan.
No plan. Yeah, you not got
I
the.
just need that rent money. You want to be an adult? Let's go ahead and get you started
He
off.
ran like a little toddler.
who you gonna tell not to be a mechanic?
But yeah, you at least need a backup plan.
Yeah, I mean,
Like get into some trade school or something.
yeah, like listen, you want to be a mechanic, go
You
to
need
trade
something
school.
to back you.
Like you just ain't.
Especially, yeah.
If you're gonna be a mechanic too, like you need like some kind of licensing, right? Some kind
You
of.
should have.
Yeah.
You
so,
should have. Yeah.
Okay, how about this? We put you in trade school. Once you get that, you done.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is. Or get your GED,
Mhm.
then you can go to class. You'll do whatever you need. Yes, those are options. But furthering education is still going. Education is going to happen. You're not just dropping out, sitting on the couch, or even trying to pursue that mechanical dream. Like no, get your certification. You ain't just stopping one thing like on your own accord because you just felt like it. So, Mike and Lisa, you know, they were together a couple years, you know, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Lisa got pregnant by Mike on a late night creep. You know, this is post breakup. They just creeping around. She's happy to be pregnant though. You know what I'm saying? So she goes to Mike's house, you know, to share the news, but she's unannounced.
Why would you do that?
She uses her old key. She walks in to find Mike in bed with another man.
Some trapped in the closet shit.
So would Lisa be wrong?
That's what I'm asking.
Would Lisa be wrong to want an abortion because Mike is bisexual? And do you think men
He's gay.
can men be bisexual?
No.
I
Yes,
think men can be
bisexual.
bisexual.
Any gender can be bisexual. If you like both sexes, you like that's
Do you think men
fine.
can be bisexual?
Just because you like
I
dick,
think-
don't mean you don't like.
I think like if you like men and you're men, even if you like girls, like you can label it bisexual. In my mind, you're just like
You're gay.
So why ain't girls just gay?
Cause y'all a different breed.
I think he's
Okay.
bisexual.
I mean, yeah, you're bisexual.
think-
I'm not
I
gonna say.
do think
I'm not
she-
gonna argue.
I had those certain
I'm not
things,
gonna
but there
argue
are men who like women just as much as
Yes.
they like men.
They will
But
be
I feel you.
So that's
you're
bisexual.
gay. You're gay and you just like women as well.
I mean, that's what bisexual.
That's
is.
bisexual.
No, it's different for men, man. It's double standard. It's double
No,
standard.
that's-
Well, Lisa was wrong for showing up.
Yes.
Using her key.
Yes.
Door.
Invading his privacy.
That's number one.
Like,
But
Is that accountability?
they're
we're
not
not saying kind of
together.
they're truly wrong. Y'all just want women to be wrong in situations that
I
are
mean,
wrong.
we don't just pop up at niggas' houses.
For
So.
sure,
I
though.
don't know.
Not us. Yeah, I was to say that.
Maybe that's why we accountable.
But yes, I think she would be wrong to want an abortion for that reason. Like, get an abortion if you feel like he ain't gonna be a good daddy. Get an abortion for anything else other than the fact that this nigga like me.
Yeah, that's like.
I agree.
That's like ignorant.
I
as
actually
heck.
agree with that.
What
What
reason?
you wanna know why I agree with that? You wanna know why I agree with that? Because when I made the question, I tried to find a reason to get an abortion.
What's the reason
Support the abortion, but I couldn't really think of nothing. So I was like,
Yeah.
Nah.
that's kind of fucked up. Like you was happy to be pregnant. And just
Yeah.
Unless you're just against that lifestyle in 2020.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
that's
only
really all.
reason.
Y'all
that
weren't
That's true.
together.
There are
You
some
ain't
people
looking
that
to be
be
together,
against
I guess.
You know what he likes.
I see
It's
what you're
cool.
saying. She would have one over there. Slick, she thinking he's still single. So it's not the shock that he's
You're
with.
saying maybe she's thinking that there's a chance.
Chance
they're
he
gonna
can
do
be
that.
life, and then now that he got another man, she probably feel betrayed.
So what if she would have went there and another woman?
I think she could probably feel like, well, that might just been a hookup. I can
A
like do
man?
that. The fact that he's a man, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole
Yeah,
different
you can't-
thing. That's a whole different accountability.
Well,
I just
she
feel
should
like
whisper.
you don't use no keys when y'all ain't officially back together. Like I don't
You
care.
can't
I
text.
don't care if you
You
still
can't
got my key.
You can't
don't
knock.
come use it.
Ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
As long as the key is in your possession, you can use
No, you don't use it.
I'm lying.
Nigga believes
No,
I'm
you
lying.
ain't lying.
I know somebody probably didn't have a key to your apartment back in the day. They probably shouldn't have had it by then.
My door was always unlocked.
Oh, so they just walked
This nigga
in.
locking out his roommate.
Listen. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like,
Shut up, Chris.
I don't know about that one. I just think that.
Niggas got climb on the
I mean, you got the right. You got the right. Just, you know, I guess you did it because the man bisexual. That's what it is.
I don't think she should got a boy show.
Okay. Anything else?
Next.
All right, this is the last one. Nick and Benny.
These men.
No, for real. Every
Nick and Benny, right? Nick and Benny, they're homies. Nick and his girlfriend are on rocky terms in their relationship. Benny tries to help Nick out by talking to Nick's girlfriend while unintentionally exposing a lie that Nick told his girlfriend.
When niggas overtalk.
She breaks up with Nick. Who's more wrong, Nick for lying or Benny for his
Accidentally.
uninvited help?
Benny. Both. Actually.
Wait, I'm about to say.
Who's
I
more-
gotta
more
get a
wrong?
scenario
More.
though again.
Okay,
'cause
so-
I was,
Benny
Nick-
can open the
Nick
camera.
is in a rocky
Man, fuck you
relationship.
up. Benny,
Nick is in a rocky relationship.
you said Nick.
Yes,
Okay.
with his girl. Benny goes to talk to Nick girl thinking that he's helping him out, trying to help his mans out to get back together. He didn't ask him to do it.
Right.
And in the meantime, he ended up saying some shit that exposed that
He didn't
has
mean
been
she on the
lying-
third time.
lying
The third
to his
time.
girlfriend. So now she breaks up with Nick. So I'm saying, who's wrong?
Benny
Is
is wrong.
Nick
Benny
wrong for
opened
lying,
the
or is Benny wronger?
Benny is more wrong
Wronger?
because what
Yeah,
you going to
more
step
wrong.
foot in somebody else's business for?
You made it worse.
That's like if Brandon came trying to help you out and told on you
I'm not trying
with
to help
Jasmine.
you.
It's like, what the heck?
I'm just
I
gonna sit
ain't
there
at you
and listen,
yet.
but like, he did what?
Even though it's like if Nick ain't lied, it wouldn't have been nothing to tell. But
You shouldn't have been telling nothing.
At the
yeah,
end of the day, he felt like his lie was under control. He had
It
his
sounded like the lie
lie.
was under control.
I'm telling
basically
Bestie.
it was under control.
You said
Until
what?
Benny-
I'm telling Bestie everything.
She's your bestie. Oh, now he
It's
does.
so
I told you he's my favorite.
Nah,
I don't mean that that's your bed. That's
nah,
y'all bed.
Benny tripping, bro. Benny tripping.
Benny would have got fucked up.
Benny tripping, bro.
I
Right,
put
he
Benny
just-
dead
he
in
was-
the
You gotta smack that nigga one time.
Benny got
What the
baited
fuck wrong with you?
giving information.
Accident or
She
not,
used
just
it.
shut
No,
up.
she
She
used
didn't
it.
use him. She didn't ask that nigga to
Nah,
come
he
and talk to
he
him.
went on to Superman.
But now that he's here, oh, now she gonna goddamn try to poke holes.
Why not bait him? Why not bait it? This nigga coming over here to tell them, I'm not
She just
wrong.
supposed to
She
be
not
perfect.
wrong.
Oh, okay.
She not wrong. She didn't
I didn't
initiate
say she
that.
was wrong. I'm just saying that's. I'm just saying he just kind of fell for the
Benny
bait.
need to shut up.
No,
Yeah.
Benny, Benny didn't fall for the bait. He literally is the
He's the
problem.
bait.
Like he's the bait. Like, yeah, he
That nigga-
fucked it up.
It must have been.
Hooked
I'm about to say,
himself.
depending on how big the lie is, it had to be a big lie though for her to
It
be
might not even been
mad
that. Like I said, they already was on rocky terms. That was the thing. So
So you
it
just
could have
found out
been
they
just
lying.
a straw that broke the camel's back.
in your
You know what I mean?
relationship.
So, yeah, I think we all agree. Benny,
That in that scenario, Benny doing too much.
yeah, you doing too much. Man.
Unless you gonna walk him and tell her, don't accidentally tell her. That's you ain't helping
First of all, I
nobody.
didn't ask you for no fucking help. Nigga.
I got you, bro. Let me handle it.
I seriously, that's like I don't fight my friends, but I was
That's one
fight
that
my friends.
that's setting you off for that.
Nigga.
Nah, nigga, you,
Especially if it's
you owe
like
me a fade.
I wanted to
You
do my
deserve
girl.
the fade,
Yeah,
bro.
like we really gotta fight off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you still want to be my friend. If you don't,
You gotta fight for my friendship.
yeah, you fought for my relationship.
Fight
Now
for
we
my
gonna fight for my
She said
friendship.
nigga,
Yeah, get down and lay down.
For
nigga.
my relationship, that's fight for
Straight
my
up.
friendship, nigga.
Nigga,
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
These hands ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Facts and cap, cause I get to your facts and cap, my nigga. I got two. I say,
Accent cap.
That's some of these ones you've been saving.
I go in the vault.
That's how you enter the box.
You know you can't see.
If a man asks a girl,
Female.
we made an hour and a half. if a man asks a girl, "Do you want to go eat?" Is that implying that he's paying for the meal?
Yes.
Y'all two first.
Facts or cap?
Facts or cap?
Facts. If
Why?
I invite Jasmine to go eat,
So if I say, "Yo, Courtney, let's go eat,"
You paying.
I'm paying. You expect me to pay?
yes, because I wasn't about to go out to eat, so you're like offering.
Hey.
You said if a man asks a woman, right?
Yeah.
If a man asks a woman,
Yes,
Yeah, that's facts.
"Yo, y'all, you want to
that
go
is
to eat?"
facts.
You paying.
You expecting me to pay?
Yes, I am.
How you
Because why
feel?
would you ask?
That's facts.
Because I'm hungry and I want.
If
Like-
you're not paying, that's
So we
cool,
had this conversation last week behind the scenes. Like I told his wife, I said if I ask y'all niggas like how we do, like, hey, y'all niggas wanna go to Mirza, or even before you came, he's like, you wanna go to TGI Fridays? I'm not paying for y'all niggas meals, but if I'm asking a girl, like even if I ask Courtney, I'll pay for her meal just because I'm paying for that. Like this is like a woman. That's just the gentleman thing for me to do.
It's not like we're gonna say, hey, let's go eat.
Yeah,
Let's go,
for
let's
friends.
go.
Like if she put
I
up a
don't-
tweet.
I don't expect you to think. If I'm trying to talk to you, I think I would. Okay, maybe that. But
If you're talking to, that's 100%.
we have a rapport where we cool. Even cool. We kept going. Hey, I finna go to your Friday. Everybody gonna pull up.
That's different.
That's different. That's not the
what
same
you
thing. Anybody, you're inviting a mass group of people.
Bet.
If I call Courtney,
We heard you generous, so nigga, don't try to be stingy with us. If you invite us out to eat,
So
and
look.
then
So look.
You generous?
We live. You know that.
So look, if I call Courtney up, because me and Courtney, it's not like me and Courtney go out to eat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I call Courtney up, I'm just paying because I'm appreciating her time. You know what I'm saying? I might have called her for something. I might have told her let's go eat.
I say, shout out my real friend. When Jamil called me to go eat, that nigga pay.
Yeah.
Every time.
In reverse too, I think if a girl asks you,
Yeah. Whoever
She
initiates
should
it
pay.
should.
She should, but I wouldn't expect it just because, like I said, I think that's the gentleman thing to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't probably trip off a woman not paying for mine.
Because I know I'm gonna have my money
Unless
ready.
I might say something if it's my girl. I might say something if my girl.
Play a part on my podcast. Goddamn, everybody eating on my tab.
If it's my girl, like if Jasmine was like, let's go out
Hey,
and
where you
eat,
going out of this?
and I pay, I'll be like, damn, I gotta pay. I might say something a little slick. I wouldn't have like no issue with it. Like if I ended up paying for it, I'll be like, damn, you ain't taking your boy out. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like
Yeah,
for me
it's
to
not.
just pay.
Some
for-
women though, it is like the biggest deal in the world. They'll stop messing with you. Like being friends
trying to
with
have
you.
a counter argument. Yeah, I got it. Earlier. We all agree on
Shit
that.
can end over a meal at
Yes,
Chili's.
literally.
Yeah, like what?
Some women really
A
take
2
that
for 20
seriously.
did?
So
You got your 10-50.
next facts and cap. Is it disrespectful for a woman that you talking to introduce you to a nigga she used to mess with? So you talking to a girl, you know, whatever, wherever, and then in between y'all talking, she introduced you to a dude she used to talk to. She used to mess with.
Where y'all at? I don't think that's like.
Anywhere.
I say,
That's a cap.
well, you
That's
said, is it
disrespectful.
disrespectful? So if I
Yeah.
disagree, I say cap, right? I disagree with that.
Is it
I don't.
disrespectful?
I feel
Facts
like
or cap?
it's not disrespectful.
You feel like
If it's not disrespectful,
So
Because
it's cap, yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially women, like I know you said man, but a lot of women, especially, they be like, oh, you ain't even introduced me, you ain't even blah 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 blah. So if they trying to do like
Blah, blah,
the
blah, blah.
respectful thing, then no, I don't feel like.
Yeah.
B?
Now, some people don't want to be introduced. They don't care to be introduced or whatever. But then if you don't introduce, it's like, oh, you trying to hide me? You trying to?
Yeah.
So no.
B, how you feel about
I
that?
feel like it's cap. And it's because if we're out, I would rather know that you used to fuck with a nigga, especially if this nigga walking up to you, talking to you. And on the other side of it, let's say you have a friend. Like you had a meal, y'all dealt with each other, and now y'all just still cool. But you want me to meet the nigga, so it'd be like, hey, look, so you know, like, hey, we really are just cool. I have no problem with that. Like, I would rather be
In this
introduced to the
scenario,
nigga.
they weren't necessarily friends. They just used to mess around. So they said they're not even.
Oh, so that was just cut buddies.
They're not even friends.
I
They're just
still
cut
think it's
buddies.
cap, though.
So
I
they
still
run
feel
into
like
each
that's the
other.
safe thing to do.
You
Yeah.
do something.
That's
Hey,
the
this
safest thing
is
to
my home.
Cause then if you don't mention it, sometimes people
She
get
don't even
mad
have to
like,
say-
oh,
This
you
is
ain't even
Zach's
say
piece.
that you messed with him. You ain't even say like.
This is
Okay, so let me
exactly-
give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. So yesterday I went in Kroger, right? And I ran into a girl that I went to high school with.
Look at
She know what I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about. I ran into
Oh,
a
this is facts, nigga. Fuck the podcast.
so now listen. I ran into a girl that I went to
Better
school
be
with.
accountable.
I ran into a girl I went to school with, and I seen her first, and I talked to her, right?
That was
Then-
top 3.
I wasn't there. Can y'all let me
God damn! Can I finish my fucking story? Because it's not even what y'all say.
Like Justin said, these are two most boosted niggas ever.
So I went. So I seen her first, and I talked to her. So then we ended up both being in the checkout lane, and she was with her nigga, and I didn't know. She didn't like. It's just I've never done nothing with this girl, like nothing. I didn't know if I should say like, all right, you know, I'm holla at
Yeah.
you, because she didn't kind of acknowledge me. Like she didn't look over. She
So
just,
sometimes significant others be.
yeah, like I was just like, I don't know.
That relationship was facts.
She gotta read the room.
Yeah, I guess that was
That's one of those
what it
read
was.
the room situations because every relationship.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
kind of kept it moving. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, since she was with her dude and she said, alright, Justin, like.
Yeah, I kept it
shit.
moving. But I don't think she would have been wrong if she would have been like,
Yeah.
hey, this, and not even saying like, let's say that if we did mess around, I don't think she would have been wrong if she would have been like, hey, this is Justin, whatever. You don't have to say we used
The
to mess
whole
around.
thing, yeah.
You're like, hey, this is Justin. We know each other from around the way, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then when you get in the car, then you tell him. You know what I'm saying? We've already had this kind of scenario. What's the scenario before? So
Okay.
that's just a safe thing to do.
Facts or cap? Only black people should be allowed to use the N-word.
But if a white person use it and they don't use it,
More than black and white.
I'm talking Puerto
He's talking about just black
Ricans.
I said it. Only black people are allowed to use the
I said
N-word.
facts.
Facts or cap?
cap.
Facts.
Okay.
Why do Puerto
There we
Ricans
go.
and Hispanic? Well,
They
Hispanics.
call them
get-
There we go.
Yeah, no, facts.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Only blacks.
Why?
Honestly, let me just be real with you.
Be real.
I honestly feel like it's all about how you use the word. I have certain white friends that they say it around me, I'm not gonna feel offended.
Why is
Depends
that?
on how they use
White
it.
people saying that around me.
At this point, the word is so loosely used. That as long as it's not
Loosely used
derogatory.
by a certain group of people.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in general. We all use it loosely. Like it's not like as long as the word is being used like, oh, what's up, my nigga? Like we talking, we're friends, we have
I
that
don't hear no white
rapport.
person say that.
Like I said, it's not gonna. It don't affect me as bad. Now it depends on how you say it. Like you calling me a nigga and you being disrespectful, whether you black, white, it don't matter. It's all about how you use words.
I don't think you would get as offended if a black person called you a nigga, like, offensively.
Fucking nigger.
I would feel real disrespectful if a black person called me a nigger.
So I've made a joke one time with a white friend saying like, this nigga can say nigga, that's how cool he is, and he actually did it. And I like it, so that's why I was like, I never do that shit again. It's not his fault, it's my fault.
Yeah.
So, as far as Puerto Rican and all that,
Other people, Asian.
okay, I don't think that they should. I don't think you should use it. I don't think you should. I don't think anybody. I don't think nobody should use it except black people. But I'm not necessarily mad. Like I'm not going off the rockers that Cardi B says nigga or Fat Joe says nigga.
A lot of this.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not upset, especially if I know that you kind of.
In the culture.
Yeah, like you're in the hip hop culture now. A white person, you should just know better. That's off limits. You're our oppressor.
So
I feel like you should say
So
that.
white people shouldn't say it.
White
at all.
people's off limits.
Yes, they're off limits. The other ones kind of in between the lines,
Yeah.
but
Y'all agree?
No, I don't.
like if Jennifer Lopez walking around saying nigga, no, you're not. I don't feel like Jennifer Lopez is for real. Like she used to be in the culture. She used to be culture like when she was backup dancer and shit.
Nigga said that was Ashanti.
But like, bitch, you out here, yeah, you fucking with Alex Rodriguez and shit. Like you don't really do hip hop shit.
What
no
was she
more.
with Diddy? She gonna say it?
I wouldn't prefer her to say it at all. You know what I'm saying? That used to be a thing when she came out and said nigga on like I wouldn't prefer to say it at all. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not the nigga that's gonna be on your head about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not,
But I would prefer that
Facts
you
that
did
only
it.
black people.
So you
Like,
feel like Fat Joe
No.
can say it. If from
No.
like you feel
So,
like
but
you should.
Justin Timberlake, if he said,
Cardi-
you
No.
cool,
Justin Timberlake can't say that word at all.
Cardi ignorant, but no. I
Like I said, it just
don't
depends on how you say. I feel like it depends on how the word
I
is
feel like
used.
they call black people niggers, niggas, so, nah.
That's why I disagree. Hispanics don't like Hispanics in general. Well, I ain't gonna say in general, but typically, like especially the older Hispanics, they don't like black people. So no,
Yeah, they be racist
no, black
Or it's
people
just
only.
like you want to say when it's cool.
It's context.
But when it's a black, A lot of people think I'm Afro black or I'm black.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
But it's like when it's a problem,
They
you don't
say
want
that when
to
it's
down.
they
I
say
feel
that
like
when
nobody
it's,
should
that's
use
one thing.
misconvenience.
If you find yourself defending why you can say nigga, you just shouldn't say it. If you have to defend yourself as to why you say nigga, you just shouldn't say it. Like Nav, the rapper Nav, he did that correctly. They gave him backlash. He said he put out a statement. He was like, you know what? I won't say it anymore because obviously I'm hurting people. In my neighborhood where I grew up, where it was a multicultural neighborhood, nobody had a problem with it, but I understand that it does hurt people. So from now on, I won't say it in my music. What is the reason that he should have said, no, I'm still gonna say nigga? Like you shouldn't have to, if you gotta defend yourself, you shouldn't say it.
Bro, I went to Columbia State University. It was like a lot of country folks, and there was a mixed boy, light skinned, but his mama was white, daddy was black. And we was sitting down. It's like first week there, we meeting each other, getting to know people. And there was one dude, dark skinned dude, and the mixed dude said nigga, and he's like, yo, don't say that. And he's laughing.
What, did he look like Logic or some shit? Like
Nah,
he look white?
No, he looked like just a light skinned nigga. He looked like fucking
nah.
J. Cole. He looked like J. Cole.
He mixed this.
Right?
He got
I'm just
black.
saying.
So
The
nigga-
dude was like, nah, I'm dead ass. We finna fight. You a mama white, you can't say nigga. So I've seen people take it to
My
that.
neighbor got a white mama, that nigga gonna be saying nigga, I bet you that.
Yeah, he
So I seen
I bet you
niggas, my point is saying that I've seen people take it to that extreme.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you.
That's very extreme.
So I was like, I don't agree with that.
I
Why?
feel like he must have some deeper rooted issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got deeper rooted issues.
We thought he was
just
playing
looking
like
for
that's
a reason
a
to
nigga.
fight
Like,
the
he,
nigga.
he ain't like got that logic. Like, he
Yeah.
was.
He got deeper. He got some deeper.
So if he was
rooted
light skinned
issues.
with two black parents, he wouldn't have had a problem
Nah.
with the fact that he.
The fact that his mama was white.
Yeah, that's all that was. Deeper rooted issues.
Yeah, that's very extreme.
All right. We ain't with that. We in Georgia. Sports is coming to an end. But y'all Georgia residents, facts are kept. Sports cursed.
Yes.
Facts.
Like what's
Yes.
up? What's up with
Yes.
Georgia sports?
Yes.
Like what? Like why? Let's see now you can't get over that hump.
Facts, they
I
are
don't know
cursed.
nothing about no damn.
Yes, they're cursed. We know.
Shit.
Georgia just gave up a lead in overtime in the chip.
Yes.
They lost with the same quarterback. They got taken out the next year in the SEC championship. We got
Braves
the
was
Braves
up
just lost
3-1.
3-1.
Mhm.
We got the Falcons who lost the Super Bowl 28-3, and they've just been to a terrible start this year. Yes, there's something
But-
going on in the
But
water.
the follow up question is like, are you a bad fan if you decide not to cheer for them?
No, not at this point. Not
That's
at
your
Yes,
own
you're a
country.
bad
You're
fan.
bad.
No,
Yes, you are a bad
Facts
fan.
are
I'm not even no dang on sports fan,
You gotta
but
stick
my
with
mama
your
is
team.
die hard.
You gotta stick with
She
your
don't
team.
care. You know how long it took for the Saints to get good?
Mm.
Them niggas was my family
How
was
much
rooting
more
for the
worth
Saints
it?
when they was like
The
sorry,
Aints.
sorry.
So look,
They put the bags
No,
up.
So
yes,
look,
you are a bad
So
fan.
I'm also not
Speak that
mad.
fan shit.
I'm also not mad at Lil Wayne being from New Orleans and growing up being a Packers fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad at that.
But did he
So-
switch? Is the question.
I mean, I know on the drop too. I'm a
Never
Saints
saw
fan.
that.
So
Lil Wayne
I-
was switching
I-
He said he switched his
Yeah.
mind.
So my question, okay,
he
not
won't
even my
fuck
question.
George Bush. So
My thing is
I've never
this.
seen racism.
I'm more so. I think that.
I don't get it, Wayne.
I think it's just more
As
so.
it is, as it ain't.
I'm more so applaud. I'm more so applaud the people who stay. Like I'm gonna stay. I'm not switching.
No, you can
But-
frustrate. Like,
But the way that
to
things have been
interject you, when
going.
you was mad that I'm a Chiefs fan, we knew you
Yeah,
were
we
frustrated.
was
You were feeling
joking.
frustration.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but there's some people that be like,
Yeah,
I'm done.
jumping shit.
Now people who I feel like people who do.
Are they bad sports fans?
I'm just gonna laugh at them if they are
they
a
come
die
back.
hard. No, if
No.
they're a die hard whatever fan. Like you could go, you could leave us.
So just be a bandwagon jumper.
But if you're like,
You can't be a diehard.
yeah, like if you
fan every
like
year.
okay, feel like this. I know niggas
Can't be
who are
A-Rod.
Falcons fans, and then when New Orleans was winning, they did some shit like that. Now you just need to be disrespected.
That's almost bad.
Were they big sports fans though? I know there's a lot of casual
Yes.
fans who did that, but
I know a nigga who personally played football.
oh.
Like and he lived like
This nigga on his owl shit.
I just ignore him. Yeah. So like yeah, I think that like if you go to the extremes like that, then I'm gonna look at you sideways. But if you just like, bro, I'm done supporting, you know what I'm saying? And even if you do cheer for another team, I'm not gonna sit here and dodge. Like I feel like when you take us through the mud, the extreme ways that Georgia, like, it's not that we're just losing. Like it's one thing, like I'm not trying to roast, but how you said you should be a Jets fan because there's no expectations every year. There's always expectations with these Georgia sports. literally, if we beat Alabama, we're number 1 in the country. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we beat them a couple years ago, we win a chip. We beat them the year before that, we're in the college playoffs.
That's a heartbreak, man.
We're up
You be
28-3 in the
emotionally
Super Bowl.
invested.
Yeah,
That shit
of course,
can really,
yeah.
like people be like, oh, just sports. Like when you're emotionally invested, you spend
Yeah.
time. I remember I was in high school, bro.
Watching.
I paid for the Direct TV, the fucking league pass. Shit wasn't
Yeah.
cheap.
So watch them.
That's money. You
So
said I
watch
spent
them
time.
niggas
I spent
lose
time.
all year.
Build you up to lose, and that shit hurt, man.
My mama be
You get hurt.
behind her bathroom.
You go to work, you go to school, you go to friends, they roast you for your sorry ass team. You get a show shit
Oh,
with that
no.
shit.
One thing I can
That's
say
abuse.
now I just don't fall for expectations. So like it's not as disappointing. Like I joke a lot and everything, but I'm comfortable like going to work the next day and being okay. Ever since we lost the Super Bowl, the way we lost, I was like, I'm never gonna be that invested to the point
Yeah,
where
that can be
like
suicide.
a nigga shed a thug ass tear. You know what I'm saying? Shower.
It's just a lot.
For real, it is.
So,
But I agree with you. Like I think you gotta stick through and thick and thin, man. Like it's worth it when you're
Ride it
win.
out.
Yeah, ride it out. Cause like even if you're not emotionally invested anymore, you're still invested.
yeah.
You're still invested, but
But you know,
you have the right
That
to
shit-
bandwagon jump.
that shit
If I want to be a
hurts,
Packers
man.
fan,
You just don't feel like you're gonna be respected.
but you're just not gonna
You gotta-
enjoy as much.
Yeah, it's not gonna be enjoyable.
You're not gonna be enjoyable.
Uh,
But you're not gonna be in pain. Facts are cat. Men gossip more than women.
Facts.
Big fat.
Nigga, facts. I was just talking about this the other day. Facts. Fackity fact, facts, facts. Facts,
so
facts.
so explain why.
Men just got loose lips. Like they always
Big
talk.
shit.
Just always.
But
yes.
what makes them gossip more than women?
Y'all
That's what I'm trying to get out.
really
There's
have
no.
something to talk about.
Y'all get more yes, like y'all get more detail. Y'all give details that don't even be like worth mentioning. It just be like
So, real quick. What is gossip? Because maybe that might be like, what is gossip? Gossip is something talking
Gossip
something
is
you don't
spreading
know
business.
or spreading business even if you
even if
know.
you know it.
Okay.
That has nothing to do even with a topic at hand.
Nothing to do
Like
with
it don't got nothing to do.
So if you are you gossiping if he's talking about something that has something to do with you?
Not necessarily, because that's your business.
I feel like
Okay.
it's still gossip.
Oh,
Yeah, that's-
Because
that's-
it's
yeah.
somebody else.
If you know that you might have something to do with it, but you know you ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
saying,
feel like,
just telling people and
yeah.
shit. That's gossip.
And I also feel like if somebody else is included in that, that's gossip. Like,
Yeah,
so
you
it
put
could be
somebody
your
else
truth,
in.
but you, yeah,
But
like
men-
you gossip.
men- your
Yes,
experience, men
men
do
just
more
always
than-
gotta talk about their story.
Okay, so let me say this.
hours.
We do not.
Okay, so let me say this.
Women.
Let me say this. If people try to act like they don't gossip, you're lying. Everybody gossips.
Everybody gossip, but men
I don't
gossip
think
more.
nobody gossips more than anybody. I think that gossip, everybody gossips. That's just what it is.
Everybody
I gossip with
men
women,
gossip
I gossip
more.
with men. That's just what it
You gossip
is.
with your friends probably every day.
I don't. We don't.
We talk about
We literally
Bible
don't.
study,
We,
sports,
we literally
surveys.
and we just keeping it honest. We literally just talk about sports during the week for the
Sports.
most part.
For the most part.
Sports.
Man, you
might-
gonna
might
Every
roast
once in a while,
we
every
roast
once in
each
a
other.
while.
Like,
Y'all always
I hear
be
more.
talking about that shit.
I'm not saying that you always talk about it, but I'm
We
saying
don't.
you hear more about sexual stories and stuff come out from men way more than I know personally
That's
than
a-
women.
that's a
Like
fact.
it's like, dang,
That's a
nigga,
fact.
you
That's a
gotta
fact.
talk about all your glory days and you ain't getting no
Well,
more.
that's-
No,
Well, that's because women are shamed. Women go from the context that you're shamed from
Or
telling your
sometimes
sexual
women more
experience,
private too.
or you're looked at as a hoe.
Nah,
So-
I hear way more sexual.
Yes, maybe in that field, yes.
I hear more from women.
But that means I talk more
But
than.
that's because my niggas we don't really talk about
Oh,
sex. Don't nobody share sex with women.
Yeah, now at this age, y'all don't be all fucking the same damn girl. Well, not the same girl.
I ain't fucking the same girl.
Yeah. If I wasn't in a relationship and I was fucking, y'all might know some details. So yeah,
Exactly.
possibly.
But not as often as you.
Not even details. You might just know. Yeah, I fucked her.
Over the
That's about
years.
it.
Over the years.
That's about
I'm
it.
not saying right now. I'm saying like just from past experience.
But
Yeah.
there would be no detail.
In my experience now, my close friends don't really gossip. We talk
Yeah.
about, barely even talk.
We talk about
Like
sports.
sports.
We talk about like shit like T.I. talk about Busta Rhymes. We debate music.
Music and
We
shit
debate
like that.
sports.
It's like, it's
We're not on here saying, hey,
Jazz ain't go for
this
it.
person. Jazz is
Maybe y'all ain't in touch with the gossip as y'all used to be.
Yeah, we fell off. That shit dead now.
I'm not saying that we don't gossip at all because then we will be lying.
Nah, nigga,
Yes,
see
everybody
something,
gossips. We have
It'll pop up. We talk about it.
We gossiped yesterday about something.
Hey,
So I
chill.
mean, yeah.
We got it.
But we haven't had a conversation like that haven't had a but no, but look.
At 9 o'clock, you said this. You know
Hey,
what fucked up.
but ask yourself this: when is the last time we actually had a conversation like that in a group message? You won't find it. Like we don't have those type of
My
conversations.
Twitter and my group message.
So
I don't even know me fucked up.
I got two more for you in this out.
Probably
You got more, or
I got it. That shit don't stop with me.
are women more brave than men?
Yes.
Like you know how women be like, oh, like
Men
they
are
gotta be the
cowards.
one to handle good. Yeah, so there you
Yes.
go. You think?
Yes.
So like, you in bed with your man,
What?
and you hear somebody break into the house. Who going to go figure it out?
I was talking more in the sense that men cower away from like responsibility, from confrontation. That's the sense that I was talking about. I wasn't talking.
Something about actual risk your life. That don't
Like
count.
I
having
don't think
like.
that had nothing to do
That's-
with the question.
He just said
kinda
we're brave.
does.
He just
I didn't
said
expect
we're brave.
that to say that
I didn't know what.
I didn't expect that angle, but I'm listening. I'm
It's
listening.
two different ones.
No,
It's kind of like
no.
like verbal
Yes,
confrontation.
y'all quick for verbal.
No.
Verbal confrontation.
Yeah, I was thinking more like verbal, physical.
Oh, verbal, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like men cower away in more situations than women do.
That's a fact. When you
Women
need
step up way
the
more.
DMV fucking up, or you got that light bill, who you gonna tell? Your mom and your girl gonna get it. Like women are more brave than
Call
that.
and figure it out.
Is that brave?
So look, I look at it like this. I think that we're talking about physical. I think women are quicker to fight and do all that type of shit because the consequences aren't extreme as men. So like if I'm arguing with a nigga in the street that I don't know, I know that niggas will kill you. Not saying that women aren't capable of it,
They don't have as much.
but yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying? Or like
Girls getting that spaz. It's like
a nigga's going to jail.
That's
everybody is that not the
You're
fuck
gonna
out
get
and kill.
sentenced heavier, so like I think women are more daring. You know what I'm saying? I think women are more impulsive.
Those are synonyms for brave.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think, and being impulsive is not brave.
I said it, daring.
No, I don't think that's.
I dare you. You're brave. You do it.
No, I just think because I can think that like logically what you didn't make sense. That's not brave. It's just like I'm being logical about a situation. You know what I'm saying?
People
Like
call logical niggas pussy.
I mean, that's it. That would be the way that you determine things.
I
Is
said a
not
lot of
me.
people. I ain't say me.
Well, that's how they determine things. I hope when they get older, they might realize that like actually thinking before you do something actually makes a bit more sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight everybody. As far as verbal, sure, maybe I think that it could be. If that's what you consider like more brave. Cool. I don't think it's necessarily. I think that men just don't like confrontation. I don't think they're necessarily scared of
Men
you.
don't like speaking up. We're not saying that. Men don't like speaking up on how they really feel. They
Yeah,
like
that
cower
ain't
away.
brave.
But it's not that
Yes,
deep.
it is.
Most of the
You're
time it's not
courageous
that
when you're
deep.
vulnerable. When being
Men
vulnerable
think
makes you
vulnerability is
courageous.
weak.
So
It just don't be that deep to us most of the time.
Nah.
nah.
Shit, y'all might get mad about you. They put onions on your burger. You gonna
I'm
act a
saying
damn
it-
fool? I'm like,
I'm
shit.
not gonna act
I'm
like
just
that.
gonna take this
Like I can just
off.
grab the onion and throw it off.
Hell no, we finna go there and turn.
I want something free. I don't feel like.
Some women.
Or
Yeah.
maybe I don't feel like going. Maybe I'm just so ready to eat
Men
that you know
speak
what?
up for
These-
themselves
I can
less.
scrape. I can eat this right now.
A lot less. That's why I
Y'all
say that
pussy.
women are more brave.
Period.
That's why I say that women are more brave.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree. I just think that women have less consequences to things. My last one. Facts or cap? There should be no such thing as alimony. Once belongings and finances are settled in court, that's that.
Facts.
Facts.
Hmm.
If y'all settling, y'all divorced, you get what you get. You know my face.
I originally thought facts, but
I think
it's
that's
cap.
big cap.
It's cap.
How?
Because, okay, let's say for instance, and I think it's situational.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's
Depends on the
situational.
situation.
If the man don't want you going to work and you've been a stay-at-home mom for 15, 20 years and you don't have that job experience and you can't, and say it's hard for you to get a job in your field or whatever it might be, then I can see why a judge would be like, she needs support. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because you've been the one supporting them.
I think
Yeah.
alimony is very fair
But
in a lot of situations.
if it's like just on some shit like,
I make more money than you.
and I think obviously too, because I can tell the way you said it. I think that we think of it as only. I think this is unfair because we only think of it as men, like being the ones have to give it. But like I think it's unfair that women don't really have to do it. Like a woman that's more successful, she wouldn't have to give alimony. She wouldn't have to give alimony to a man. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're scared to speak up and act.
I mean, typically.
Well, I'm saying that we go to court. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like in that instance,
Shit.
where you said he asked her not to work, you could still.
Yeah, now that right there is
You
an
can still
exception.
work.
That makes sense. So that's why I say it's capped. But for the most part, no. Like if, and even really, to be honest with you, like I kind of lean into it. Like say if it's a certain amount of time. Like if it's been like 5 years, you've been stay on, go get your ass a job. Like no, I'll give it to you for 6 months. Go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as permanent, I don't think that nobody should get permanent alimony. And some people get permanent alimony as long as they don't remarry. So I don't think that that's fair at all. Like.
They purposely didn't remarry it, probably.
Yeah. So I think that type of alimony isn't fair. Yeah.
No, I don't agree. I think it's got to.
What you think?
Shit, I don't think. Shit. You get married, you expect you get divorced and lose all your money. That's how I feel
At
like.
least half of it.
At least.
Well, they say it's cheaper to keep.
Well, I mean, if you have another one, you can give us one more before we close it out.
Y'all want one more?
Yeah. But
Y'all want one more? Get one more. I'll get a good one or.
Yeah, man, give us.
Let's end it out on a high note, man.
Yeah.
Alright, I was gonna try to say this one, but fuck it.
Fuck it, nigga.
For female, facts or cat? Is
For
it
women,
female? I've been drinking. Sorry.
we know.
For women,
Drinking Coke.
Do y'all care to be called females? Does it bug you one
It
way?
doesn't bother me. If Daniel Davenport sitting here, it would
If it bothers some,
I just wanted to ask y'all too. I'm not
It
gonna
don't bother me, but
I understand
I think it doesn't bother me until it's an argument. Like if you be like,
you a
"You're
female.
yeah, that's when I'm gonna get mad. Like, but
I try not to
You might
say
not call you.
it, but I understand why it could be offensive because nobody be like, you're a
man,
male.
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, that's why women get offended.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Because y'all use the word nigga. And if we call y'all bitch, then that's worse than saying
because
female.
that's
What?
not on the
Nigga
same.
and bitch is not.
That is not on the same level.
Okay, go ahead with your question. I wasn't trying to beat down.
is it better to give a male 8 chances if he's stepping out on you, or to give 8 niggas 1 chance?
8 niggas,
Eight
one
chance.
chance.
Hey, nigga.
You think that's
Yes.
better? To give
Yes.
8 niggas 1 chance,
Yes.
and give the same nigga 8
Try
chances?
again.
You got
Get yourself out and try
different
again.
outcomes.
So I all bullshit aside, you
Yes.
getting dusted once a week. This nigga running out on you. So like 8
That's
niggas.
kind of constant.
Like, you ain't gonna look at yourself in the mirror like, God damn, what am I doing wrong?
No.
And then we stick to that one dude
You
trying to
can
fix
fuck
it.
8 women, right? So
We ain't talking about
why
me.
she can't
We
fuck
talking about
8 niggas?
But y'all care about your body count, boy.
I mean,
No.
that's gotta.
Some women do.
Yeah.
So y'all
And
just
at a certain age, you don't care no more. We all living.
I feel like you have 8 different outcomes.
I like how you
Yeah.
put it.
Outcomes.
Sometimes you get tired. You get tired of dealing
Like,
with like, once it happens,
get a new experience.
I don't know if I really want to deal with that.
so like
let's try it.
even if like
I know 8, one of them gonna be great. One of them.
not in this scenario, you can't change it.
Justin, you ready for today?
You got they're not. They're not. The 4th one, damn, same girl.
But it's the
5th
same.
one, cousin. 6th one, stepsister. Like
I'm confused now. What?
that's what we messing with.
I'm gonna say this.
That's what.
I think that they all are like kind of equally as. I think that you messing with 8 different people and they all treat you
Y'all
the same
cheating
way.
on
It's
you.
more
The
hurtful.
problem might be
It's more hurtful. Yeah, it's more hurtful than
You might have-
one.
That's really the
nigga.
question. Which one's worse?
Maybe I missed the question because I.
What's
Would
worse?
you rather
Getting
have one
cheated
nigga
on
that
by eight-
fuck with you 8
8
different
times?
I think that's
Or to
hurt
get
me
cheated
more,
on
especially
8
if I'm
different
super
times
in
by
love
8
with that one.
different
'Cause I may mess with 8 different niggas, but I may not love them the same way that I love one man. That is so different. Being cheated on 8
I just think
niggas, that's
it'll
so
be
different.
more exhausting. Like after a while, the 8
No, you may
niggas
expect
fucking
it.
you.
You may expect it. You may be like, this nigga gonna cheat. At some point, this nigga
So
gonna
I can't be the
cheat.
same nigga.
No, that's so different.
We expect it. That shit normal now.
You know what that
Thursday, you gonna cheat.
I don't know.
What's the difference?
The one I chose only cheated twice. That one nigga cheated about 8 times. So no.
You said, wait, what?
She just turned into Brandy, y'all.
That's probability. Okay.
Wait, you know the probability. Somebody's telling you. You can stick with this one dude. He's gonna cheat 8 times on you. But if you try to get
I want
8
my
different
Okay, so
niggas,
let me tell you. I'm gonna go through these 8 niggas so I can get to
Me
my
too.
9th nigga who won't treat me right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sticking with this one
Then
nigga.
you turn
who
to
keep
Brandon.
on cheating on
Yeah.
me.
They ain't trying to get cheated on 8 times.
No, you're not about to get stomping on my heart. The same nigga
A new
stomping my heart.
nigga,
No, no.
I'm probably listening.
So you
I don't
really-
want either, but at the same time, I feel like it's more hurtful to get cheated on by 8 different people.
It's more
No.
hurtful.
Jesus
By that
Christ,
one-
is there
yes.
something wrong with
That
me?
same
No,
person.
that's when you would look at it as if something's wrong with you. It's the same nigga that keep on cheating.
No.
Yeah.
The 8 different niggas is their fault.
No, it's not. Well,
Hey,
it could be.
it was
could be.
Tamika, Kalisha,
However,
Tisha, and Toya. All y'all fault.
That's what we fuck. That's what
Cause y'all was hoes.
I feel like that one man gonna hurt more.
Yeah, because
Like, oh
he
my
keep doing
God.
it. You keep putting trust back in. No.
Yes.
Nope.
But you expect it.
Cheat
You know
once,
it.
leave
It
it
ain't
at
got
that.
ain't no
It's like,
I'm
surprise.
expecting it. So
By
I
the
can
6th
just
time
do
you
it.
good, but the new nigga is like,
No.
this whole.
So how many chances do a nigga get in y'all book then?
I-
We know 8 too much, so it's like 2, 3, 4. And what's the number?
It
I don't
depends.
even know. I don't even want to
Circumstantial.
get into one. So I don't really know Courtney. Not now.
What's in your book? What? How has
What's the most time? Never mind, we ain't gonna go there.
What's the most times? I really wouldn't know. I mean, shoot, y'all know half the time I'm like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
So you doing your thing?
So you a
But-
nigga.
No, I mean, like, it's not.
8 foot in, 8 foot out.
She's the 8-time Pro Bowler.
Oh, so you the cheater.
Oh my gosh.
Shit, 8-time Pro Bowler.
8-time All Pro.
It don't
She
even
LeBron.
solidified enough.
She's the GOAT.
But in
Bill
a
Russell
relationship,
had-
I don't really know what my limit would be. I don't know. I don't have like
You don't have a set number.
yeah, like
It's
oh,
the
this nigga cheated on me 2 times.
It's situational. It's
Yeah,
situational.
it's like
So like
could
he
you
gonna
take-
understand. He might cheat 8 times, but the cheat ain't that big.
It ain't gonna get
But-
to 8 times. But
but
I'm
no,
telling you
what
that.
if Robert
It's not gonna
Horry-
get to 8 times.
What if you found out? Okay.
It's not-
What if? Okay, let me ask you this. What if you found out that he cheated 8 times, but you found out in one instance, or you found out 8 different times that he cheated?
To me, it don't really matter. Like once if it's 8 times period, that's still too much.
Jazz, you feel the same
That's still too
way?
much.
That's a lot.
If you found out at one time,
I
it
thought
happened
dragging
8
it
times.
out like
Huh?
If you found out at one
At
time,
one
it happened
time,
8
yeah.
times or 8 different times. It's different.
because you're basically asking, would it be more hurtful if he told me the
They're
truth
both
up front or I found out a lie? To me, they're both hurtful, so it don't really matter if you spread it out,
Eight at
drag it
once
out,
though?
or
Oh nah, nigga. How am I finding out 8 at once though? Like,
Somebody came with some receipts, right?
Like say,
But it happened 3 years ago. Is it too? Is there a
I'm
statute of
taking my
limitation?
8 niggas.
Is there a
There's
statute of limitation on cheating?
I feel like when she find out, it's like shit. It just happened yesterday, probably.
Nah, I don't agree
You
with that.
just so you find out something that
I-
happened 3 years
y'all-
ago.
that
You
shit
ain't mad
sound
no more?
good.
Oh,
I
I didn't
don't
know.
think
I feel
Girl
upset.
trying to
I think it's all
Yeah.
situational. I think a lot of people say I ain't going for this, I ain't going for that. It's situational. Like that's why I don't even like answering. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's why I don't even like really answering that type of question.
some women would say one.
It just don't.
And that's
It's
their
all
prerogative.
situational. You know what I mean?
We seen it.
It's about
How many-
what if the nigga treat you? What if the nigga may treat you amazing? You just found out. Somebody.
Nobody, you're not treated that amazing
If you
you're
cheated,
cheating
you
on.
No,
You
I'm
cheated
saying.
in the past.
Let's say that he cheating. And he's rich. He's wealthy.
So nigga, y'all money.
That's why I make my money. Because a lot of women do stay for money. A lot of women.
I'm not saying it's gonna be
Yo,
all.
I'm
Yes,
not
a lot of
saying
women.
about
A lot of women are gonna stay and put up with that. A woman might have to.
about
You know what I mean?
Courtney got a lot of pride. That's my problem now. That's my problem. That is my number one issue now. I have too much pride.
Give me the bag.
Too much pride. Money don't solve much for
Your
me.
money ain't coming
Like,
my
no.
feelings.
Get out
No.
Give me this. Nigga, give you that Birkin bag.
Fuck that burger. I'm
Sweetie in a split. She probably can afford her own Birkin bag. She can probably afford her own Birkin bag. Quavo got her that. She hit that split.
I'm gonna take it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I think that's about it for this episode.
Well,
Appreciate y'all ladies pulling up on us on Facts and Cap.
Y'all are so welcome.
Y'all, man, this has been
Anytime.
nice. Now y'all,
yeah, hit us a merch commercial. Hit your
y'all
merch.
support.
Hit your solo.
Get the mask.
Hey
the
guys.
shirts.
Please.
I feel like you guys should support the merch. Get the Facts and Cap whenever you can, please.
Oh.
Please.
Hey.
We got masks, shirts, hats, and cups.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Shit, shut the fuck up. We out.
Out.
I'm gonna get back.